Oh yeah, black sun and the hizzle, oh the shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. The title is You Don't Know Freedom. I'll say it in my deepest Nigerian accent, boy. You don't know freedom. You don't know freedom. And I'm not gonna call out any particular names. No, fuck that. I'm gonna call out names. 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 This is a State of the Union address to the Arena Uncensored, the supporters, the haters, the cloud dwellers, the YouTubers in the black space, and also in the space outside of the black space, because y'all know the Arena Uncensored deals. It's an international platform. It's more than just black space. Oh man, shout out to Juju. Good morning, Juju. What's the topic? You don't know freedom. Juju familiar with the Nigerians. You don't know freedom. So Juju, in my deepest Nigerian voice, you don't know freedom. Not you, Juju. I'm just saying that's S. You don't know freedom. Shout out to Pyramid. Shout out to Deacon. Yeah, shout out. The title is You Don't Know Freedom. You don't know freedom. You don't know about freedom. You don't know about swagger. You don't know about swagger. You don't know about freedom, swagger, or swagger freedom. You don't know about freedom. Why do I say this? With love. I don't say this with malice, I say this with love. So I'm going to call out names today, and then maybe you guys will get it. Yesterday, there was a show. Don't make me vex. Don't make me vex. Ooh. You don't know about freedom. Don't be starting this morning. You don't know about freedom. Juju, you don't know about freedom. You don't know about freedom. Let me start. Yeah, I'm gonna start, man. Y'all think, man, shout out to oh man, do I really want to go in with this freedom thing? Because I can step on so many toes, because Blackson and the Arena Uncensored is the beacon of freedom. And let me say this real quick, because Lex, I don't know if you were trolling me, but you say you want to challenge my military background. Oh, you're more than welcome to do that. Because not only do I have a former military background, but I have an active militia background. So, and you want to challenge that? Come bring it. But I bring up Lex. Oh, Lex, yes, Lex. This involves you, Lex. This involves you. You're part of this discussion that I want to have about freedom, because you don't know about freedom. Y'all let me know how my mic sounds. Juju, put a 1 in the chat if my mic sounds good. Because Deacon and Twin didn't let me know my mic was all jacked up yesterday with Nature Mom. No, I'm just kidding, Twin. I'm kidding, Deacon, man. Y'all press the 1. Let me know if it's going in and out, because I have a new mic, and the newest mic, I have to put the volume all the way up. This one is it gets poppy when I put the volume too loud. So 1. Okay, thank you, Juju. Mwah. Juju, I could kiss your feet for that. You don't know about freedom. You don't know about freedom. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go under this bridge, so it's going to be a little glitchy, because I'm about to go under this bridge. So forgive me. So I'm going to try to stall until I get past the bridge. Will you go? Will you go? Go. 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 Little road rage. Okay. You don't know about freedom. You don't know about freedom. Before I get started, I have to ask Juju. I have to get some participation from Juju. Juju, on a scale of 1 through 10, 10 being the best, how is my accent? You don't know about freedom. How is my Nigerian accent? You don't know about freedom. I've been working on this accent, Juju, so you got to give me a scale on a scale of 1 through 10. Before I move forward, I need to know from Juju on a scale of 1 to 3, and how is my Nigerian accent? You don't know about freedom. Juju, we're going to stay there all day until I get a rating. Happy face? No, Juju. See, Juju holding up the show. 3. Okay, let's move forward, y'all. That means I won't do that no more. You don't know about freedom. Okay, I won't do that no more. I only get a 3 for Juju, so no more of that. You don't know about freedom. I think y'all get the title. Okay, so, yesterday we had Rio and we had Lex that had an extended rapid fire. That's what that was. Trevor's like, oh, my son. Oh, you should take control. You're going to suck at damn rapid fire, I see right now, boy. You're going to get destroyed already in SVDL. All Rio and Lex did was an extended rapid fire. It was no different from what me and Rio did in our debate. That Rio and Blackson debate was so significant because when Rio and Lex did it, then it was a problem. Oh, Blackson, oh. See, it's not you guys' fault. It's not you guys' fault. I'm calling out Trevor, and I'm kind of calling out MD because y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. Let me give you an example. During the debate, they said, all right, debaters are going to the shufflebutt round. Press a 1 for Blackson to go first, or press 2 for Rio to go first. Now, I'm a freedom lover, but if you pay attention, you do not vote for the one you think won. You don't want your teammates to go first. That's just a thing that I've learned and pay attention to. But I know about freedom. So you can vote, Now, I will say this. MD and Rio are brothers. They're brothers. Y'all know this symbol? It's Atlanta, A-town down. They're brothers. So I get it on that level. You, Trevor, there was no excuse. Because you don't be paying attention to detail. Again, you're not paying attention to fucking goddamn detail when it comes to freedom. I am a freedom fanatic. So Blackson is not going to regulate no fucking body. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Not you, MD, because you and Rio are brothers. Y'all are brothers. And I finally got goddamn both of y'all on the same team, so. But you, Trevor, you're so goddamn Christianized. You're so fucking Christianized that you don't recognize freedom. You don't. That's why that show tonight's gonna be hot. Y'all don't miss that show. I'm sorry I'm yelling. Mike's probably popping, but when I get upset, when I see freedoms being violated. Now let me say this real quick to gynocracy. 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 They keep saying, oh, Blackson should do this and do that. Gynocracy, what they don't understand, and I'm including gynocracy on this. This is not a small gynocracy. What the freedom topic mean? Follow me, Juju. Just follow me. Freedom. Okay, well let me say this. You don't know Blackson's freedom. How about that? Does that make sense, Juju? I don't know if that makes any sense. Meaning that I am not going to regulate a grown woman. Not only am I going to not regulate a grown woman, Y'all do know, well, y'all don't know, but I know. Gynocracy is the splitting image, personality, everything of my daughter's mother. Oh, I'm sorry, damn. I hate to use that word. The mother of my daughters. Okay? Personality, look, yeah, they except one has a Baltimore accent, one has a California accent. That's the only difference, but they're the same dang person. Shout out to, um, I call her Bin Laden. Shout out to Bin Laden. Shout out to Gynocracy. Anywho, I say that with love. I say that with love. You mean we have more freedom in America compared to others? Ah, Juju, yes, but apparently Lex doesn't know that. Trevor doesn't know that. Um, People who critique gynocracy don't know that. Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that. It's always the people. Well, and it's funny because I usually say the black people who aren't from America appreciate it, but you know, being that Trevor's born in Jamaica, he don't get it. He don't get it. Right. It's like, how you gonna try to tell Blackson, and this kind of falls you on you too, MD. That's why I dropped down that Blackson. Now Yanga said he's gonna come on and regulate. That's Yanga. He's part of the arena. That's on. Hey, I'm not gonna stop ringing. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. But Blackson is not gonna do it because Blackson loves freedom. If I allow my ex-girlfriend to come on here, and because I made a covenant with Gynocracy and MD, I can't say her name. Now, if I allow my ex-girlfriend to come on here and talk shit about me, come on this platform, what does it make me looking like muting out somebody on the show? Now, in all fairness, Rio, I kept telling you, you have admin, you have access. I don't know if that was a good move or not, Rio, but you kept saying, Blackson, I need to mute him out. Rio, you had access to mute him out. You know you could have. Shout out to Rio because Rio spared you. He could have booted you and muted you out. But Rio kept saying, oh, somebody mute him out. Blackson, mute him out. Rio, come on now. I kept saying you got full access, brother. So you didn't want to mute him out. Rio, you didn't want to mute him out. Shout out to Rio. Still waiting on your debut show, Rio. Still waiting on your debut show. Shout out to Rio. Now, and shout out to Lex, even though you failed in that rapid fire yesterday. You failed. Now, you said something that was very, very, very stupid. Shout out to MD, man. Shout out to MD. You said something that was very, very, very fucking stupid. You said that Rio did a ritualistic and sacrificed his brother, some Illuminati bullshit. Dude, have you lost your fucking mind? And Trevor, this is why I was letting them just go. Because I was taking notes. Because in the debate, me against Rio, in the rapid fire, Rio said, Blackson, you ain't got no discipline. Now, I know he was frustrated in the debate, but I'm very disciplined. I can hear two men argue, and I can take notes while they're going back and forth. Because all I look at it as y'all look at it as drama, I look at it as rapid fire. And I'm taking notes. And once Lex discredited himself, you discredited yourself, Lex, in my eyes. Because you can't prove a ritualistic Illuminati sacrifice. You can't prove that. How do you prove that? That's something that you believe. And you were out of pocket talking about that man's family. So you like Yanga said, you're a sensationalist just for the sake of being a sensationalist. You're way out of pocket, bro. So yeah, you lost that argument, man. Shout out to Rio. You lost that argument yesterday. Rio mud stumped you in that shit yesterday. And you backed yourself into a corner, and if you let person talk long enough and yick-yack long enough, they will tell on themselves. When you completely lost me when you said, oh, Rio, he sacrificed his his nephew for an Illuminati. That is the most dumbest, stupidest shit I've ever heard, bro. Everything you say goes out the window. You're welcome to come on the arena and any time, but that shit was fucking stupid. That shit was fucking goddamn stupid. What up, MD? Shout out to MD, man. Shout out to MD.
Yeah, peace, power, and reparations. What's going on, fam? I'm just listening. I just saw you had scheduled a show.
Yes.
And now I see what the title was about, you know. But you're absolutely right. A couple of things real quick I'll address before you get back on your rant.
No problem.
So to the point of, again, like you said, not muting nobody out or sending nobody to the back. I think it was important for that to happen yesterday. One, because let everybody that's got animosity toward one another, let everybody get it off their chest, and let's continue forward. On the arena, we strive to have discussions that entice a certain feeling in terms of socio-economic, socio-political views, right?
Right.
We can't have that discussion unless we all in tune on a social level. Second, it was some comments that were made, and shouts out to GTO, she said it too. With the comparisons of the argument league, right? So in the comments, I said, yeah, this is not the argument league, and I guess a couple of people took offense to it. It wasn't that I was trying to compare what happened yesterday with the argument league. What I was doing was giving the opportunity to air it out so it wouldn't be a continuance of the nigga shit like the argument league. So it was very important for that to happen yesterday, especially from the point of view of Rio, because he's committing himself to be a part of the arena.
Absolutely.
So he has to go in understanding that it may be certain people over here that he may have a personal issue with, or they may have a personal issue with him. And he said that yesterday. He said he knows with him being over there what's going to get fired from it. And he was correct. He had that premonition and he knew what was going to happen, and indeed it happened. But it was important for it to happen. So we have the peace of mind to move forward with whatever content you want to bring to the table. You can't let the nigga shit transpire and linger on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that was my comparison when it came to the argument league. I wasn't disparaging what happened yesterday. I was not doing that. I was giving a comparison, saying that this needs to happen in order for it not to linger like the argument league did. That's all I was saying.
Absolutely.
But peace to you. Like,
oh man, peace to you, MD, man. Yo, and you made a very good point about how. Well, first of all, yeah, the argument league. There's definitely no comparison. I mean, the argument league. There was a lot of co-signing on the argument league. I don't find nobody co-signing with Blackson. I don't find nobody co-signing with Blackson at all, man. Blackson gets on here, and really, a lot of times y'all not interested when Blackson be wanting to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Blackson don't even get involved. I get involved with the drama and politics of Ukraine and Russia. So trust me, Blackson is far from the. I already know about the YouTube, this and that, and the Black Center, and I have people here for that are experts. I know how to get the people that are into that. So let me tell you a story of how Gynocracy got here. Gynocracy one day was like, Blackson, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, no, you should do that, Gynocracy. And I will give you a platform for you to do that. That is my expertise. So whatever Gynocracy needs to be feel expressed, you do it. Trevor the same way. oh, Blackson, you should debate this. You should debate that. You should be open and maybe try to debate the Bible. And I was like, no, Trevor, you should do that. You should do that, Trevor. So, if anybody feels like they need to get in Blackson's ear and tell Blackson, I need to do things this way and that way, and no, you do that, and I will give people a platform. That's how Gynocracy ended up on the arena. Because Gynocracy kept saying, Blackson, you should do this, you should do that. Why don't you debate this? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you do that? Gynocracy, and she's on here doing that. And I love Gynocracy's show. I love it because Blackson can deliver the topics Gynocracy wants to deliver better than Gynocracy. She's fit for that. Just like I don't expect Trevor, MD. Well, no, I'm gonna exclude MD and I'm gonna exclude MD and I'm gonna exclude Inyame from that. But I don't expect even Yanga. I don't expect Gynocracy. I definitely don't expect Trevor to talk about Russia. Y'all see where I'm going with this? I don't expect y'all to do that. That's my lane. So this is why I have people in place and they have the freedom to express themselves, and that's what y'all are not getting. To the haters of the arena, I'm not going to mention any names. They trying to wonder why, what's going on. The arena, oh my gosh, the arena is blowing up. It's like, because I give people the freedom to do what they want. I recognize freedom. If anything, I don't recognize anything else from Gynocracy. I recognize her love from freedom. Same goes with MD. Same goes with Trevor. You need some work there. You need some work there, Trevor. Same goes with Yanga. Same goes with Inyame. I'm just kidding, Trevor. You know freedom in your own little way, but you need some work there, brother.
Hey, I'm looking forward to Trevor tonight. I'm gonna blast his ass because, like I said, I'm still troubled by what he said the other day. Well, what was that yesterday about the whole laziness and all that? Like I said, that's an immigrant talking point. It's been one since the days of Ellis Island. I'm gonna blast you, man. I can't wait. Trevor, he wanted Jamaican. I got 3 jobs, man. He wasn't like on the living color. That's him. That's him. I'm gonna get you tonight, man. I'm gonna get you. Be ready.
Ooh, y'all don't want to miss that tonight, boy. We gonna have a Ooh, man, that's gonna be fire. Trevor, you better be ready because MD is nice. He's nice with them hands, baby. And so, I say that to say this. Oh, little side note, y'all. It's just a suggestion. I'm not telling y'all to do it. If there's a shucklebuck with Blackson and Korea press 1, y'all press 2. If he press 2, y'all press 1. Because he's just a natural ass hater. How you gonna call a winner and there was no even winner? He say, "Oh, congratulations, no winner was called, you fucking dumbass." But I got you. I see you, bitch nigga. I see you. Anywho, back to the lecture at hand. Freedom, y'all. Freedom. Blackson loves the freedom. I loves the freedoms. But again, I'm not going to regulate nobody on here because I am not going to micromanage. See, Lex, what you want to do, and the problem you had with Rio is you wanted to micromanage everything that Rio was doing. Oh, I listen. And because you disregard what is small to you is big to others. You want to get on here and you disregard my atheism because I don't go with the spells and the Illuminati, I don't go with the Illuminati rituals and all that, but you just feel so emboldened that to say, oh, Rio sacrificed his nephew for a battle rap career. Nigga, are you stupid? Are you stupid? So you fail to realize Rio's independent entrepreneurial drive as a businessman. How the fuck you gonna say to anybody who invented whatever? Okay, let's just say hypothetically what you didn't invent internet battle rap. Rio is the one who has the best works. Okay? Meaning, I've seen Rio debate Danny Myers. I've seen Rio debate. So, where's your? But you know what? I'm not going to even go with it with battle rap. The point is that you're a bad business person. You do bad business, sir. You let your personal beliefs interfere, and that's why when I asked you and Blue what proselytizing is, it went over Blue's head. Like, Blue, you are a fanatic. You're just as bad as ISUPK and goddamn your Akmalaks and all your fucking fanatical Hebrews. Y'all fanatical with that stimia. Yanga entertained y'all, and what did I say? I said that stimia shit makes me fucking sick. Because I don't worship no goddamn God concept. Even when Chris, shout out to Chris, when he said, oh, all y'all are gods and goddesses and kings and queens, man, fuck that shit. I don't like no fucking monarchy. Fuck a goddamn monarchy and fuck that god and goddess. Fuck that shit. That's just Black Sun. The views and opinions of that of Black Sun does not reflect that of the arena. Y'all see how that works? Y'all see how that works? So this is just Black Sun talking now. Black Sun is not representing nobody on here because we have Christians on here, we have Muslims on here, and we all love freedom on here. And we love our brothers and sisters, and that's why I said, Lex, no, Angel Snuff 7, please don't be offended when I say this. You're my elder, I still love you. MD loves you. Trust me, if I said anything bad about Angel Snuff 7, MD would check me right now. But I say this with love, Angel Snuff 7. Lex Vortex would be a good spokesman of what you want to do in Operation Exodus Mississippi, Angel Snuff 7. Because y'all have the same traits. Y'all want to micromanage people, and y'all are not understanding the true freedoms. You want to dictate to what other people's freedoms are. The state having control over my money is not freedom. Hey, y'all, give me a second. I'm about to go underneath this bridge. So there might be a glitch.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Okay, yeah, it might be a glitch for a second, so I'm going to try to hold off. I'm going to tell Richard. Uh-oh. Said that. I don't know what the hell. Oh, Richard. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with love. You know what? I can't be a hypocrite because I did the same thing to Lex. But I unblocked Lex. God actually did the same thing, but, you know, I can't micromanage nobody. So the thing with Richard, if Trevor wants to block Richard, I get it, bro. You know, you put yourself out there, Richard, but I don't agree with censoring or blocking people, even though I did it out of anger. But I unblocked Lex when I did, you know, when the due time came. But I say that to say this. Black Sun is not going to be micromanaging nobody on the arena. I'm not going to do that. It's just not in my nature to do that. Even though I've caught myself doing it. Several times. I've done it to, and I can see I've done it to, I even did it on Wrestling Wednesday one time. And I said, oh shit, let me step back, dude. Because that's like I said, that's being Cat and Trevor MD's baby, man. That's their thing, man. I love that show. Y'all go check that show out, man. That last goddamn Wrestling Wednesday was fire. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Rio, I hope all this doesn't make you uncomfortable, bro. I mean, you know, when you're welcome to the arena, bro, I hope you do a show, man. And yesterday's thing, I didn't mute it out. I didn't mute them out because, first of all, because you had the power to mute them out. So I kept saying, yo, you got your administration, you got the, hey, so Rio, that's on you, brother. If you want to mute people out during your show, that's on you. I'm not saying
I think it was just a heat of the moment type thing. It was a heat of the moment type
Right.
thing. Like I said, they was in the heat of arguing about, you know, that situation. I muted Lex one time, and that was because he was
Okay.
like constantly over talking Rio. And I told him, hey,
I
look,
agree.
man, like he gave you the common courtesy to spew out everything that you needed to say. When it
Right.
came his time, every counterpoint he made, you felt the need to say something. And I'm like, hey, like he gave you basically the common courtesy to talk shit about him for a whole 10 minutes. Like you could at least give, you know what I mean? So then he said I was
Absolutely.
dick riding. I'm like, so hold on, wait a minute. So you call now if this was your show, you would kick somebody in the back, you would mute them out. Like, bro, like it ain't about dick ride. How am I dick riding? I ain't got nothing to do with the situation. I'm telling you, give him the same courtesy that he gave you.
Yeah.
Point blank,
Absolutely.
period.
Facts.
The whole battle rap situation, that's not my thing. I don't care, you know what I mean? I was here for the debate. I don't care about y'all business endeavors when it comes to that. But
Right.
I'm telling you that you're a hypocrite because you spew all this communalism type rhetoric and then turn around get mad because you missed out on an opportunity. You're an individualist, like you may be an individualist on some nigga shit, but you're an individualist nonetheless. You felt wronged because you saw an opportunity. That's capitalism, my brother. You fell out on an opportunity, and you feel some type of way about it. You're a hypocrite.
I feel like
based off of that, you're a hypocrite.
And I feel like this because I feel like, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs, MD, but and correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Lex blocked an opportunity for Scheme. That's how I feel, brother.
Hey, you might have something there.
Hey, I feel like
you might have something there.
That's how I feel. That's what I believe. I'm not gonna say that what happened, but I believe that's what happened. So just like we supposed to believe Rio committed this ritual against his nephew, I believe that you blocked Scheme, got in his ear, and told him don't do that battle rap. That's what I believe. I believe you got in Blue and Scheme's ear and blocked him from anything that Rio presented to him out of your selfishness. That's what I believe, since we want to go with belief.
Right.
Y'all really don't want Blackson to go into this belief thing.
Right. And Scheme had an opportunity to, you know, I heard Rio bring it up, but I didn't, and correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't necessarily hear an explanation as to why Scheme didn't go to the event. I don't know. Like you said, you know, I'm not going to try to speculate on it. But I'm be correct. It may be where somebody from Dark Side, whether it was Lex or Blue or whoever, got in his ear and told him, nah, like don't rock with him. Like he sabotaged our little endeavor. I don't know. And I'm not gonna try to speculate because it ain't my business for one. Second of all, I'm not. But you could be right. And if that's the case, then that's unfortunate. That is definitely unfortunate.
Right, and I believe it based on how, you know, I'm just gonna say it. I watch how now y'all know I'm cool with Scheme and I'm cool with Blue, but Blue and Scheme, y'all be moving funny. And one thing that Just Me has taught me, Aaliyah Walker has taught me, pay attention how people move. And I've been paying attention how people move, and y'all be moving funny. Y'all be moving funny. And I believe it's because of Lex. I believe that. I believe y'all be moving funny because of Lex. Lex be telling y'all, Lex be making bad moves, and I think he be in y'all ear telling y'all to make bad moves.
I put it to you like this. I don't necessarily look at it as Lex making bad moves. I look at it as Lex not having the intuition or the drive enough to push forward whatever endeavor he's having. Bro, they call Lex the flip-flopper for a reason. They call him that for a reason. He's been in so many lanes trying to create a brand and for whatever reason, another person or another entity or another group always seems to get the one up on Lex for whatever reason.
Right.
You know, does Lex have a lot of things to bring into these lanes? Yes, of course. Like the brother is very, very intelligent on his study, his research. I never doubted that. But he tries to make himself so independent based off of what others are doing in the same lane, and it affects the foundation of what's going on in totality. And what ends up happening is somebody else just move on past it and create the brand for themselves.
Absolutely. Right.
And then he gets salty about it and talk about it, and then in a couple of weeks he'll switch.
Right.
Like I said, bro, he's an individualist. At heart, he's the individual. Because he's trying to make himself independent from all these other groups, all these other ideologies, all these other lanes of information.
That's right.
He's an independent. He probably more of an independent than me. Because all I got is one lane.
Yeah. Now you got more than one lane, MD. You got more than one lane.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of like my main focal point and what I want to direct people's attention to, which is reparations.
Okay. Right.
You know what I mean?
True that.
I can go into different lanes and pull you into my lane.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Based off of the discussion. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that's what I mean by that.
And what Lex got exposed yesterday. I don't know if you've seen the live where Yanga had him on. He's like, man, I'm gonna let you talk, Lex, but do not jump. Yanga said 9 times, man, I'm gonna let you have it, but do not jump off the panel. I'd be damned if he jumped off the goddamn panel. Yeah.
I actually came up. Because what happened was he went into GTO and then called her a hoe at the end and then left. I'm like, so hold on, wait a minute. So you had all this smoke for GTO. GTO come up on the panel. You know, she's patiently waiting her turn. And like I said, I don't know the intentions of what Gynocracy was going to do. But again, I felt like everything needed to be aired out with everybody that had attention. You know what I mean? So you said your spiel about Gyno. Give her the respect to go in on you. And then leave it at that. But you didn't do that. You called her a hoe. And then when it was Yanga's time to talk, you left.
Yep, exactly. He jumped right off.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, what? So he called the sister a hoe. Been calling her a bitch and a hoe for about a week now. And then when the discussion is being reciprocated, it's time to go. Nah, I can't go for that. I can't do it.
Exactly. I can't either, bro. I can't either.
And it's bad because, like I said, the last couple of days, Lex been coming on and having great conversation. What happened?
He been called out. He was called out, man, and shout out to Rio, but Rio called him out on some stuff, and Rio was very, very, very professional, but he called him out, and Lex got unraveled. He got unraveled, and Lex, man, you jumping off the panel when Yanga told you 9 times not to. That wasn't a good look. That was not a good look, man. But you know, and then going off on Gynocracy, like, yo, what the hell? What the hell? I believe now. I'm starting to believe when Gynocracy said that you messed up whatever Gynocracy and Blue had, you messed that up. I believe it.
I mean, that whole situation with GTO and Blue, like, that ain't none of my business. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to give no speculation on it. But hey, that's them. Like, whatever agreement, you know what I mean? Right. That's on them. I ain't got shit to do with none of that.
Yep.
You know, and don't try to mirror it into the channel, whether it be Blues, GTOs, or the arena. You know what I mean? Let them handle that shit. If she feels some type of way about Blue, let her air it out. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it need to be a focal point on the channel, no. But like she said this morning, if y'all bring the smoke, she gonna reciprocate it.
Absolutely.
You can't do nothing but respect that.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right. But I want to tell Gynocracy, don't let these people get in your head and think that Blackson gonna come do this and do that. No, sister, no. Like I said, the origin, see, that's why I'm giving people the origin of how you got here. I said, why don't you, whatever ideas you have, you do it. And you got a platform to do it. So why would I get mad at Gynocracy about anything? In fact, Gynocracy brought on my ex on here to talk shit about me. So again, I can't mute out anybody. Now, if anybody else does that, like MD, man, or Yanga, that's on them, man. I'm gonna do whatever keeps my team happy as a democratic, I forgot what the Democratic Republic, whatever you want to call it. Man, I'm gonna keep my team happy. Yeah, I'm keeping my team happy. My team supports the arena more than anybody because they put their time and effort and energy on the arena. So, hey, don't come, especially if you don't support the show, don't be coming trying to regulate Blackson if you're outside of the arena. Now, as far as the arena is concerned, man, we are a family. So, again, Rio, you got access just like we do, brother. You got the access we do. Whatever you expect us to do, you do.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I think it was a situation where it was so heated where he didn't realize it at the time because he asked on a couple of occasions, like, mute him out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's when I came in and said, hey, like chill out, let him speak. And then it got to a point where I did eventually mute him. But I mean, muting him ain't gonna do much because all he gotta do is hit unmute and start back. So the only real thing that you could do is send him to the back. And I wasn't gonna do that, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I didn't have a place to do that. You know what I mean? That's when you start. Right. That's when you start telling Rio, hey, look, man, you got admin control. Like, you know, if you want to control the flow of the conversation, you got the right to do so. Especially when it's about you. You know what I mean?
Right. Especially when he put his nephew in it. I was like, yo, Rio.
That shit right there. Yeah. In my opinion, it went too far when that came up. But again, Rio got full discretion in the matter, right? So it's not my place to say anything about anything. You know what I mean?
Right. So
again, you know, got to put emphasis on the understanding that Rio does have full control of the panel. Like, he has that right. And he has every right in that situation because it was about him.
Yep. And I kept telling Rio, hey, man, you have access because like I said, I thought Lex was way out of line. He was way out of line when he brought up his nephew, man, and he did it again. I'm like, dude. So, but I'm going to just say this, because I know Rio would have punched your ass in the mouth, bro. You violated. But that's why I came in. I said, you know what? I don't micromanage nobody. I don't censor nobody. But Rio, you got access. Rio, you got access. So if you feel like somebody disrespecting your family member, you may kick their ass off. You're entitled to that. You got just as much power as me, Yanga, MD, Trevor, Gynocracy. Man, if you feel the need to do it, man, do it. Because that dude was out of order at that point, man. He was way out of order. You were out of line, man. Lex, you were way the fuck out of line, dude. The fuck? Did some crazy shit.
Right, and the crazy part is the way that situation went yesterday. I'm guaranteeing that it would have been a different story had it been on your channel. Had Rio went over to the Lex Vortex show channel, you would have kicked him off the panel like even before it got to that point. Because I know your tendency, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Yanga proved that. Yeah, Yanga proved that when he said, man, don't go nowhere. I'm going to let you talk, but don't go nowhere. Minute he stopped, he was out.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it goes back to his talking points, right? He wants to preach this socialized, radical change in thought process. But you didn't display none of that yesterday because all you did was individualize yourself and make yourself independent of a situation as though to demonize Rio. So it's okay. So the thought process is we're supposed to have a mental erasure of all colonialized religion and concepts, but it's okay to independently put a thought process on the nigga shit, because that's what you did yesterday. That's exactly what you did.
Facts.
So my question would then be, how the nigga shit displayed within the African cultures that you think that all of us should be in one monolith with? Because you displayed nigga shit.
MD, and I thought it was a lot of nerve in him. He don't even realize, and again, because MD will check me. When you and Yanga checked, and I say this with love, I say this with Angel Stuff 7, when y'all checked Angel about certain things, Exodus and Soul Brother, those are spiritual terms. Rio's even worse because he wants to control your spiritual concepts. He said, I even got something for you, Blackson. We could do a voodoo on atheism. I'm like, bro, what?
Right. You didn't visualize that deity. That's still coming from somebody else. So, and that's the thing about spiritualism versus religion, right? Spiritualism is so intimate that the concepts of spiritualism come from you, whether the actual religion itself is from other people. You're basing the spiritualism is based on how you instill those principles within yourself. And I know from a wide scale viewpoint you don't agree with that, Black Son, but I'm just talking about from a cultural context.
Right, no, I understand it.
Yeah. From a cultural context, from how our ancestors lived in days past, whether it be from the antebellum days to the civil. I'm talking about the way our ancestors lived. It wasn't necessarily about the religion itself. Yeah, they practiced the religion, but we were able to take values, principles, we were an instillment of morality from the cultural aspect of it, not necessarily the religious. So you telling me I got to erase all of that, and then you're going to insert in me a spirituality that didn't come from me?
Right.
That's tyranny at the end of the day, whether it be African or not.
Facts. And let me ask this, MD. How we go way back to Africa, and we ignore our forefathers like Malcolm and Martin Luther King that fought for freedom? They can't conceptualize what freedom is here in this country. They don't see. Basically, they look at it as a losing battle. That's what it is. It's a losing battle. So run away from it. So erase it out of your mind, out of your head, out of your quote unquote spirit. Erase it. Then go into Mad Max mode, because that the only way you're gonna be able to get rid of it. Real talk. He literally said the only way you're gonna be able to get rid of it in a totality sense is going to Mad Max mode. Right.
Then within the Mad Max mode, you'll be able to create and conform what African spirituality is for a nation of people that never came from Africa.
Right.
That's what he wants. You got to have the Mad Max mode in order for this to happen, though.
Notice how you said that's what he wants.
Exactly.
That's what he wants. Just like he made a deity for atheism. I'm like, dude, is this dude fucking nuts? And then him and Blue came on and like, well, if we're gonna have a beat between the arena and Darkseid, y'all say Hell Stimia. And Yanga played with him. He's like, oh, okay, Hell Stimia. I said, man, that shit makes me sick. I said it in a joking way, but I was serious at the same time, man. Y'all make me sick with that shit. Bro, that's not freedom. That's not freedom as far as Black Sun is concerned. The whole God and goddess, it represents servitude to me. Kings and queens, that means there has to be subjects and worshipers, and that's just not my thing. It's just not my thing.
Right, and they mask it in the principle of STEM itself, which is
Right.
which is a good principle. More of us should be are involved when it comes to STEM. Of course, I think like I said before when we had the discussion before about Booker T. Booker T saw the opportunity in which STEM could give us in an industrial fashion, right? I'm not disagreeing with that, but you also have to understand in a productive and cognitive civilization, everybody is not going to be involved in STEM.
Right. Facts.
Like it's impossible.
Right, because we're a monolith. We're not a monolith. We're not
Right.
a monolith.
And that's when the comparison yesterday when you that's where the comparison to Stalin comes into play, because Stalin believed in that whole industrialization of the people as a whole, and that's just not, it ain't practical. So that's where that comparison came into play. So bro, you always gonna have your laborers, you always gonna have your service industry. That ain't going nowhere. The issue is, how do you build a policy around these people and not have them under oppression based off of the jobs that they have?
Right.
That's a democratic issue. That ain't a socialist issue. The only way you're gonna be able to change that is through policy, but you don't even believe in the policy. You want to run away from it. And then try to mask it, not necessarily mask it, but then try to degrade it based off of what you deem capitalism is.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, everybody don't want to be rich. And what do you consider? See, that's the thing. We have this fascination or this this facade of this 1% and what they do, and try to have that as the baseline of what true freedom is in this country, and that's a damn lie.
That is a damn lie. You're right.
I'm not asking to be no multi-billionaire.
But MD, that's why I say they get freedom confused with wanting free stuff. There's a difference. Freedom and free stuff are not the same thing.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, they want free stuff, man, and they're not getting free stuff like some spoiled kids. Oh, Americans are oppressing my freedom. No, bro, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out.
Right. And again, like I said, you can't use the 1% as the standard block on what freedom is in this country. It just don't work that way. That 1% comes from the inception of this country. Also, that 1% comes from the wealth of other countries, like I was saying the other day. When you try to equate that to like the Chinese man that's a multi-billionaire or the Japanese man, bro, that's not wealth from this country. That's wealth through the worldwide system of capitalism and him bringing that wealth here. But at the same time, how is he bringing that wealth here? He's bringing that wealth here through his industry. His industry is creating what? Jobs. Now, right. you may not agree with the job and the wage. That's when the democracy comes into play. You don't believe in democracy, though. Not from the sense of Americanism.
So then I gotta ask this question, MD, because I wanted you and Nature Mom on the same show. Damn, I wanted y'all on the same show, but you came on right after she left. So I asked Nature Mom this, and I'm gonna ask you this: why is there this need to want to put on people like your Oprahs or like your damn Michael Jordans and say, oh, well, they need to give back? Like, what is? I mean, I'm confused about all that. Like, give back what? They don't owe me shit.
Again, it's the standard bearer to what we believe freedom and true liberty is in this country. Capitalism has done two things. One, it's put a mindset in a certain people that never got in an equitable advantage in this country, that the higher the position the highest position is the standard of what we should be. That's why you got your scammers. That's why you got, you know what I mean, your 3-card monies and all of that.
Facts.
If this particular group of people, and I'm talking about black folks, would have gotten that equitable advantage that we were owed, this would not even be a conversation. It wouldn't be a conversation of black nationalism because you're in a position where you can be an American. That's not to say that you don't deny your ethnicity and deny your cultural wherewithal within the country. That would be stupid to do so. It would be coonish to do so.
Right.
But what you can't deny is your social standing in this country. I don't give a shit about nobody else. You know, Lex deemed to be a humanist. That's cool. From a social aspect, all I can care about is me and my people, because me and my people are the ones that didn't get a piece on the. You talked about monopoly. I talk about monopoly all the time. You can't talk about monopoly without a piece on the board.
Facts.
You're not in the game. That's why you have the mindset that you have. That's why I asked him the question. If you heard the question I asked him,
yeah,
I said, would you have this mentality if you had the wealth to generate a position in the country? And he flat out said no. I'm like, so okay, so basically what you're saying, if you had a couple of dollars in your pocket, you wouldn't even be talking like this.
Right.
You flat out admitted that.
Yeah.
So it's a mentality is what I'm telling you, Black Son.
Yes.
Only us as a people, talk about black Americans, have the position where we can even have these type of discussions. Because we the ones without a piece on the board. Point blank, period. Immigrants come to this country and their position is, let me work my way up from an individual standpoint where I'm good enough taking care of my family. I don't give a shit. I don't even give a shit about the next immigrant. Now we'll come and come to the table in terms of generate pots and stuff like that in order to do things from a social aspect with my ethnic group when it comes to immigration. But ultimately, my position is, as it should be, taking care of you and your family. Now, once you do that, that's the end of your game. That's the end of your game because you came in the game late. You don't have a social standing in this country. All you can worry about is the economic principle. That's your only standing because you are an immigrant. My dynamic is totally different from an immigrant. And that's what I was trying to explain to Trevor. Bro, you can't equate black American plight to the plight of any other black immigrant in this country. It will not work. I don't care how hard you work. I don't care the street job, none of that. You can have 15 jobs at the end of the day. Your social standing is you are a naturalized citizen through immigration.
Facts.
You get the subsidies and the equity based off of that. Black American. I'm a freedman in this country. I've never got the subsidies and equity that was supposed to be afforded to my people. So how can we have a conversation and compare and contrast when we're two different social structures? Period.
MD, you giving away too much.
That's why the immigrants look down.
Way too much. You're giving away too much.
Well,
say that for
like I said, Trevor, I'll see you tonight.
Yeah. No, I'm playing. No, you on the roll, bro. I'm being silly, MD. But yeah, hey, Trevor, you just getting a little taste of it, your ass whooping tonight. When you go back to listen to this show, bro. Boy, woo, that's a fire. Go ahead, MD. I didn't mean to do that, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good, man. In all actuality, I wish I was at home because I'd be giving them sources along with what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But we just gonna keep it from a conversation standpoint.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask you, will you be able to do that tonight on Champions Corner or what's going on?
No, I'm on the road now, so yeah, I'm away from the house. But I'm gonna definitely be there. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be there. But what I'm saying is, if I was at my computer, I will be
Yeah.
able to share my screen. Yeah, but yeah, I ain't at home, so but it's all good. I can still bring up sources. But the
Oh, I
fact of
know.
the matter is, again, the fact of the matter is, you cannot. I challenge any immigrant. And like I said, Trevor is a naturalized U.S. citizen. He was born here. No, did Trevor say he was born here, or was he born in Jamaica? I forget.
I think he was born in Jamaica, but he was raised here. But he was
Yeah,
born in
I think he
Jamaica.
came here. Yeah, I think he came here as a toddler, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That I can never take away your citizenship as an American. I can't do that. In my eyes, you're an American. From a social aspect, you will always be considered an immigrant because, again, the fallacy that you come here and create a life for yourself is like it's a fallacy because, first of all, you're looking at it from an individual standpoint. Your dad came here, he worked his ass off. That's what you're supposed to do. I commend him for it.
Right.
But his social standing was always an advantage over me because he has a head start in that he came to this country with zero meaning zero equity,
Yeah.
zero social restraint. What do I mean by social restraint? He never had to worry about Jim Crow, so that put him in the negative. I'm talking about his ancestors. His ancestors never had to worry about Jim Crow. His ancestors never had to worry about black codes. None of that shit. My ancestors did. So where you start at a point of zero, where me and you start, I'm already in the negative because my social equity puts me in that position.
Oh shit.
Your social equity puts you at zero, where you can come here. You can come here. You can you don't have to worry about the restraint of any cultural degradation. It ain't like you come in here and you directly go to the project. But no, you came here and you were able to afford yourself an apartment or whatever the situation may have been when you were a child. Then from there, you were able to work jobs. You were able to go to job to job to job to job in order to build a life for you and your family. It's not the same for mine.
Right.
I was already in the hole when I came out the womb. Based off of my social standing. We got to stop looking at the money aspect and look at the social standing. Social standing is everything in this country.
That's right. Oh, he gonna get that work tonight. He gonna get that.
Yeah,
work
but
tonight.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, he gonna get that work. Okay, so then we've been talking about legs, man. So I gotta shift this topic over to our boy, your man's. Angels Never 7, man, because I didn't realize he did a response video, and now he did say, I don't mind y'all critiquing, but Angel, man, you were in your feelings, brother. Come on, maybe you still family over here, man, but you were in your feelings, bro. I heard that video. You were in your feelings, bro. Come on, man. Either we can critique it, or I don't know what the hell you thought. You said me and MD were pouting. No, bro, we were critiquing. So
I'm still.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand how I was emotional. That's why I just moved away from it. I was like, oh, I ain't gonna worry about it.
That's true. Yeah,
I'm gonna just do what I do. That's why I did the ODS Volume 1 on Saturday. If you ain't saw it, check it out. So this is the thing with Talik. With Talik, I put him in the same boat as I put Lex in.
Absolutely,
where you try to create this this utopic and I don't care what you say, you can try to deny it all you want. What your visualization of Operation Exodus Mississippi is, it's utopic, bro. That's what it is. It's you don't have to worry about necessarily money because the state gonna take care of everything. And you'll have the wherewithal or the means to do so, and then you can have the gratitude of saying this is mine. But at the end of the day, it's not mine. If it belongs to the state, it's not mine. I don't care what you say.
That's right.
Right? So and again, that back to Lex's point, Lex will probably be a greater spokesman of Operation Exodus Mississippi from your visual aspect than I would ever be,
Right.
because I don't believe any of that. And I've always said, even when before all this happened, I always pointed out the differences between what I saw Exodus Mississippi to be and what Talik saw Operation Exodus Mississippi. I've always saw the distinction. It never was a case where I was just agreeing with everything that he said, because I wasn't.
Well, my
But it was
understanding from
no, I was just gonna say it was never no
Okay.
turmoil. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, because my understanding is when I first met you, I thought you were the economical arm of it. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I agree with Trevor. I say, okay, I agree with Mr. Exodus Mississippi. I see where he's going. He got Trevor, who's going to handle the reparations and the economical side of it. Because
Right,
every
and-
time I saw Talib say, I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna bring these people together, and these are his words. I'm gonna bring different people idea. My idea was just to get us there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it in the hands of
that's
the
what I
experts.
thought. That's what I
You were
thought.
the expert. Yeah.
As
I
a
said,
matter
okay,
of fact, no, I was gonna say, as a matter of fact, I came to the arena as a representative of the Reality Temple on Earth.
absolutely.
So, like, you know, that's the crazy part about it. But in
Right.
any event, I've always had that difference of opinion when it came to the reparation aspect. Now, when I start to, you know, like gain some traction on talking about it, now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Well,
You know, that-
honestly, MD, I never knew Angel's stance on it. I never knew. I thought.
Well, he
was
never
going
had
with-
one.
Okay, so then I'm.
That's what I'm saying.
Confused, brother. Okay, now I'm confused.
When it comes to reparations, even though it talks briefly about reparations in the video, which I showed, Talik never had a real stance on what reparations. Let me reword how I want to say it. He never had a stance on what reparations looks like, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. That's
So
why I don't
that's
understand
where
the pushback.
I came in.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand the pushback. If I'm bringing somebody that's your lane, I'm gonna bring you in because you're the expert there, and I don't understand that. I believe, and that's why I said I believe Talik and Lex would be a good match because they both trying to micromanage. Because
Right.
I remember Angel saying himself, he's gonna bring in people on lanes that he's not expert in. I know nothing about that. It's his
Right.
words. I know nothing about that, but I'm gonna bring in people. And when you said reparations, I don't care. Okay, here's MD. This is the first time I ever met MD, and I agree
Right.
with MD on reparations. So I just assumed, based on what Angel said, that is your lane within the Mississippi campaign. Because I remember Angel saying he didn't have a stance on it.
Right.
Now
I'm
all of a
gonna
sudden he
give
has
you a
stance on it.
backstory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna give you a backstory. So back in like around 2014, he had like a concept. It wasn't called Operation Exodus Mississippi at the time, but he had like a concept
Okay.
that he was going with in terms of basically like a back south type strategy, which I
Okay.
totally agreed with.
Right.
Then I start back in 2018, I got into like ADOS with Yvette Carnell and all them. I was heavy into that.
Right.
At the same time, Talik came up with Operation Exodus Mississippi.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's in line with what we talking about is reparations. Cool. But like I said, he never had a stance on what reparations was. He had a video. I wish I remember what the video was called. But he kind of took a hard stance on reparations, basically saying, you're going to get your reparations through
The state.
Operation Exodus Mississippi, meaning your reparations is gonna be the industry within Mississippi controlling that industry. I'm like, so how are we gonna control it? Like, am I gonna be able to like have a farm or like what? He was like, no, it's all gonna be the state. That's when I challenged him to a debate. I challenged him to a debate in 2019. I said, look, I want to debate you Operation Exodus Mississippi versus ADOS, which was at that time, you know, the reparations movement. It's done fell off now, but at the time, that's what I was on.
Yes.
And he was making fun of ADOS at the time, and you know, like kind of making mockery of it. So I should have known better then, but I gave the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
We never had that like formal debate, but we had discussions throughout the years about it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when I would start talking about reparations, he would agree. So I'm like, okay, then, so we on the same page. So with that being said, I'm going to be a proponent of operation, and I've been a proponent of it ever since. So everywhere I go, any panel that I've ever been on, any chat that I've ever been in, I always try to plug Operation Exodus Mississippi. I do it on Twitter. I do it all day.
That's right.
Because I'm to the understanding that, you know, we on the same page. Now, when I ask him about reparations, he'll say, well, I don't have the knowledge like you do, so I'm gonna let you handle that. He's always said that. I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
So I always looked at myself as that representative of Operation Exodus Mississippi on the reparations side.
Absolutely.
Then he had a video. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2021. I don't know if you familiar with the brother Talib that he have over there sometimes.
Yeah, Talib. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
Talib. Yeah.
So Talib, come to find out, he had got the book, The Devil You Know, one of the books that I referenced in my presentation.
Yes.
I knew about the book. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to order that book, and I'm about to delve into it now, because I'm thinking that Talib was going to give like a breakdown of the book, so I could know what to expect. But I mean, I don't know circumstance. I don't know the circumstance. He never did it. So I'm like, bump it. I'm gonna read the book for myself and find out. And everything in The Devil You Know is basically a South strategy from a political standpoint to get us power. That's Operation Exodus Mississippi right there.
Yes.
But he's not. See, this is why I think they were scared to review that book, because Talib knew in that book is a direct opposition to what Operation Exodus Mississippi is from a social standpoint. The Devil You Know is not trying to push a social state or a social demographic. That book is only talking about gaining numbers for political power in order to create a black agenda. Period.
Indeed. So that means it morphed into something else since you joined it. It jumped in. It morphed. Hey, so man,
it could have been.
Man. Yeah.
It could have been. I'm again, that's speculation. I'm not going.
Okay. Fair enough.
But the thing is, what was the reason for not bringing that book to the forefront? That's all I'm saying. Because it was a very important book in terms of what you were trying to push. It basically gave you a blueprint on how to do it.
Right.
So that was my only issue. But again, that's not to say that he didn't have his opinion on it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he never made it public. And I thought that that was the whole point. And again, still, even after that, I said, okay, I'm still down. I'm OEM. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Only until I joined and like I said, when I joined the arena as a representative of Operation Exodus Mississippi.
Absolutely.
My first video on the arena was with Talib.
Yep.
So I came on being his his side man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that's what we were gonna do. Like, all right, we got a new platform. We on the arena now. So let's push OEM. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Right. But every time I try to say, hey, look, let's do this video, let's do that video. Oh, I never agreed to do this. I don't want to do that. And now it's outright. I never said reparations got anything to do with operations. I'm like, wow. But that's okay. Because again, I've through a bloodless coup, as you would say, I've taken the reins of that regime and renamed it Operation Exodus South.
Right.
And now we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty and find out what's what when it comes to political power in this country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when is our next one? As a matter of fact, MD, because that first one, I was wondering when it was going to be the next one.
It's probably gonna end up being, if not Saturday, it'll probably be Sunday after Nature Mom show.
Okay, cool.
Because this one is gonna be more in depth than the first one, because I'm gonna be dealing with Special Field Order 15 and federal the Freedmen's Bureau Act 1 and Act 2. So it should be a more in depth presentation than the last. The last one was just an introduction.
Okay, good.
This one right here, we gonna dig down deep in the hole and find out why we weren't given the thing that we were given, that we were supposed to get.
Right. Oh man, that's gonna be fire, y'all. That's gonna be fire. Hey, I want to welcome Trevor and Gynocracy, man. Welcome. So the
Trevor, what time you gonna be on tonight, man? I need to know, because I gotta have a discussion with you, my brother. I've been heated ever since yesterday, man. I'm like, I got to see by him.
Yeah. Hopefully Trevor will be there by 6, because I know, like you say, he gets off at a certain time. So I put 6. I could put it earlier if you like, Trevor, to give you more time, because we don't want you running away, running off. We don't want you doing a Lex.
No doubt. Shouts out to Trevor, man.
So Trevor, if you need 5:30 instead of 6, I can put 5:30. Hell, I can even put 5 o'clock. Shit. Hey, I can put 5 o'clock, man. Hey, now I'm gonna need somebody to man the keyboard if it's earlier, because I'll be gassing up around that time. So,
okay. Yeah, and if you're misunderstanding, Trevor, please, expound on or give me better context. Like I said, when I came in, it was like something divine happened. As soon as I got on the board, that's what you were talking about, and all I heard you say was lazy, as it pertains to black man. That's all. Once I heard that, they pushed the button in me. So again, if I need more context, please. But from the statement that I heard you say, I got to run you down. I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah. Coming in, I don't know. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I came, like I said, Blackson said, I came in like right when Nature Mom was wrapping up and she left. You know what I mean? So yeah, I came in on the tail end, but it's all good. Like we're gonna get the ironing board out, and we're gonna get the iron, and we're gonna flatten this thing out tonight.
Oh, don't worry, Trevor. You can do it tonight. I know we know you can't come on right now. We get it, brother. But we just wanna, like I said, the title is you don't know freedom, Trevor. You don't know freedom. You don't know freedom. Yeah, man. So it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, no doubt. 6 o'clock tonight.
Oh man. So
I should be there.
Yes, sir. Okay. He said I love a good argument, so indulge for a bit. Okay, stop doing that to my people. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn, Juju. My bad. That's why she gave me a 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do
what happened to Juju?
No, Juju, I got a horrible, I was trying to do my Nigerian accent. She's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry.
Oh, is Juju Nigerian?
Yeah, she Nigerian.
Okay.
She Nigerian with a Brooklyn accent, yo.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, but I mean, but Juju is Nigerian, but she has like this strong Brooklyn accent. I mean, bro, man, women from New York, bro, they be woo-wee.
Yeah, I
Little
can't stand. I
Blackson,
can't
yeah.
stand it, man. Any like I don't know. It's just me. When it comes to like women, like the one accent that I basically from DC up, I can't stand their accent. Like God knows that's people, but I can't stand her accent. That's just me. I guess I'm just so used to a like a and not no ghetto Atlanta accent. You know what I mean? I'm just so used to a like a. It's just something sexy about like a country ass, like deep country. You know what I mean? That's just me. I guess that's just because I grew up.
You like that
But
millet
yeah,
feel. I already know. I know what you like that
yeah,
millet
yeah.
feel. You like that Bob
Well,
Bowser.
my people, yeah, my people come from North Georgia, so I'm talking about like around, yeah, like around Helen,
Brunswick. Yeah,
yeah,
Brunswick. I
well,
know.
yeah,
I know.
Brunswick, that's south, yeah, Helen,
Yeah. Yeah.
Forsyth County, Dawsonville, Oakwood. Them girls is country as hell, man. And I love it,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, they not ghetto country. Don't get me twisted. They shouts out to Nandy. They ain't Nandy voice. You know what I'm saying? But they but it's just something sexy about like a Southern Belle. You know what I'm saying? Like they got that Southern Belle type voice. That shit is sexy, man. That up north shit, nah, I can't. Nah, you ain't. First of all, you ain't finna out talk me. You know how that shit be with the up north girl. Them damn. Well, I was man. My aunt, she used to live in the Bronx, and up in Co-op City. And like I said, as a teenager, when she moved up there for a job. And to my cousin, who was her son, and me, when I went up there to visit, that shit was like another world. Cause hell, at that point, as a teenager, hell, I ain't never seen a damn I'm like Puerto Rican. I see him on TV. You know, I ain't never seen a Puerto Rican in real life. You know what I mean? So we was around all that shit, up in Co-op City, and them damn girls, man, the way that they talk, like this, to me, is masculine. That's just me. I ain't saying that my opinion is right and exact. That shit is just mad. I'm like, what the fuck? Over talking, you know what I mean? But it was cool though, man. New York it's a weird place in my eyes because being from the country, growing up in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It was just a system shock to me. That's why when I hear other women from up north, that shit is just like, I can't fucking, you know what I mean? Like I try to filter out the distinct accent and just try to listen to what you say. Like, my people, she cool, but that goddamn Baltimore accent, god damn.
What do you mean, yo? Nah, okay.
Yeah,
Shout
out that's how they be.
Yeah.
She said I'm a hater. I ain't no hater. Y'all don't have y'all don't have no filter. New York girls don't got no filter in they context of conversation. If that make any sense. Y'all don't know how to tone it down or step it up. Like if I'm flirting with you, I'm trying to talk to you and no shit like that. Y'all don't know how to like bring that shit down to sweet level. Y'all keep it amp, even in flirt. I'm like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's what I view. You can look at it as being a hater. That's cool. I just ain't used to it. It's a shock to my system. But you ain't beating no Southern girl voice. That's for damn sure. It ain't happening. That shit do something to you.
Okay. I think this might be yeah, we could do a whole show on this. I like this topic. But we would need some participation from Juju, of course. Yeah.
We got to have a female perspective.
Yeah, we gotta have Juju, got an accuracy, we gotta have Angel. Oh yeah, this would be a good conversation, man. This would be a good conversation.
And again, that's not to say that we ain't got, like ghetto shit down here. Like I said, most of your Atlanta chicks, they sound pretty much like that, and that ain't no knock to Nandy. I just don't like the shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you another thing, and you probably know this, Blackson.
Yes.
When it comes to the Atlanta metro, it's something about the east. I'm from the east side. Where I grew up, Nandy says she from Kirkwood. I grew up on the Decatur side, so you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. So you got Second Avenue split between Kirkwood and Decatur. I grew up on the Decatur side, and even then, it was a distinction just on the street itself. Unless you were trying to be something that you wasn't, it was a distinction between a Decatur accent and a Kirkwood accent. Kirkwood was way more ghetto than we was. You know what I mean? From an accent standpoint. And you already know, you live in Stone Mountain, Blackson.
Yeah.
It's something about them East Side girls that's way different from them city girls in the way they talk. It's a meme, and when I find it, I'll give it to you. It's a meme, like they got it's 4 different squares. One of them is like Lithonia, and then he got his fine ass girl. One of them is like Decatur. She alright, she kind of ghetto. Then you just got fucking Bankhead, and she all ghetto. And that shit is true. I ain't gonna front. It's just something about the different areas.
Now hold on, MD.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta step in. Lithonia is ruled by the Jamaicans.
You're right. I ain't gonna say you ain't.
No, but man, that's Jamaican.
Stone Mountain is ruled by the Jamaicans.
Yep, and the Somalians, yeah. So that's why I was like,
yeah. And the East Africans got a little part, and the Jamaicans got a little part.
They rule. The Jamaicans rule Lithonia. They not only rule Lithonia, but they rule. I want to say Stonecrest too. That's all
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody. I mean, man, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. It's rare that I meet a native Atlantean, man. That's why I'm so glad you and
you exactly man. I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta is such a melting pot now. It's such a transplant city now because of the industry that's here. Hell, most folks that grew up, especially within the city, you can't afford to live in the city of Atlanta no more, man.
No, hell no.
You might as well give it up, bro. Hell, that's what I did. I live up in Beaufort now. My family is originally from Beaufort. I moved up here. Hell, I could damn near keep up with my bills up here, let alone in the city. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man. The industry here is fucking up the economics for the people that really didn't have a foothold to begin with in Atlanta.
Right.
Like Atlanta was a city where if you were black, well, it was a black city to begin with, but at the same time, it was industry here. It was manufacturing here. It was, you know what I mean? It was your GMs and your Napas, and everybody had a job in Atlanta.
Right.
Back in the other generation. But when everything shut down, if you weren't in high tech, or if you weren't in entrepreneurship or no shit like that, you ain't have a chance. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I mean, you could equate that to most black cities in America.
Right.
And that's why everybody moving out of the city and going to the outskirts.
That's true.
Because you can't afford to move in the city. That's just what it is. But that's for every city in America. It ain't just here.
Right. That's true. Yeah, and I wanted to get my 2 cents on the accent thing. I've never heard nobody in Atlanta talk like the people from Vidalia. Like Vidalia and Brunswick, they have a whole different accent.
It's different.
Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Different.
See,
Ooh,
so in Georgia, if you notice people from Brunswick down by the sea, Savannah, they talk more. They talk more and I don't like that accent either, because they got their accent is similar to people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
If you ever noticed.
Oh yeah.
Then you got, like I said, the city. We got our own distinct accent, right? When it comes to Southern accent. But then when you go to North Georgia, where I live, Beaufort, Gainesville, up in the mountains Helen, Dahlonega, Dawsonville.
Yeah.
They'll be black girls, but they'll talk more like your Southern Belle, like your Blanche Dubois. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
That shit is sexy. I don't give a fuck with no. When a black girl talk like that, got that distinguished like Southern Belle type, man, shit. Ain't nothing going. You can't tell me now ain't nothing gonna beat it, bro. Nothing.
Right.
But that's just me being biased though.
Right. And to Trevor's point, I don't know how well Trevor is. All Jamaicans ain't got the same accent. Oh my God.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna delve into that.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to do a show on that, man. Jamaicans, they got different dialects and slangs. Woo wee, boy.
And they can turn they can turn that shit off and on. Yeah, they can turn. It's funny how they turn it off and on. Like if you go to like a Jamaican spot or something like that, it's a Jamaican spot. My aunt, I take my aunt to sometimes on Memorial Drive, right there by the jail. It's a little Jamaican restaurant, but she goes sometimes, and they'll be sitting there talking that shit, and then they come when you come up to the counter, they just turn it off.
Yeah,
they go to. I'm like, what the hell, like. It's funny how they do that, but I guess they just train themselves to do it. Hell, you could like when they turn it off, you can't even really hear, for the most part, like the Jamaican accent at all.
Exactly right.
It's just a real bland form of English.
Yep.
And then you order your food, then they go right back to the shit talk.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, what the hell?
Me soon come.
Yeah.
Me soon come. Man, shout out to the Caribbeans, Jamaican, Haitians, man. Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, they oh man, because you know I work with a lot of Jamaicans, man. I work with a lot of Jamaicans. I work with a lot of now the ones, you know, I'm a keep it 100, man. Out here in trucking in Georgia, man. I love my Jamaicans, but you know, it's some Somalians and some Ethiopians. Y'all can't fucking drive, man.
Oh yeah, you right.
None of y'all can't goddamn drive. Where they get their goddamn licenses? Where they get their CDL from?
Them damn East Africans, and I don't know what it is. It's a lot of East Africans out here driving, bro. It's a lot of them, and most of the accidents that I see, whether it be out on the road or hell, even in the damn truck stop, trying to back the damn truck up, it's always the East African, bro. I'm like, what the hell? And see, but that's the thing though. You coming into an industry that you don't have no visual concept of in totality, but you coming directly over here and putting yourself in the opportunity. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. Immigrants have a distinct opportunity to put themselves in an industry as a group. We don't have that opportunity. And yeah, we don't have that opportunity. Hell, and you get to do it, and you can't even goddamn drive.
Yeah.
So how that supposed to make me look as a born Black American? You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I can't out the womb, I'm not given like a hammer and a you know, no shit like that, because we don't have no industry that's select to us.
Right.
That's a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Whereas as an immigrant, you can come in and select the industry that you want to be in for your group, and then work off it as that. We don't have that opportunity. That's why you got so many East Africans driving trucks out here.
That's right.
The same with the Sikhs, the Sikh Indians.
Yep.
It's a lot of them out here driving trucks. But that industry, they got the industry sold up in Canada though, because a lot of those Sikh Indians, they come from Canada and come, you know, drive down here and go back up. But that's putting yourself in a position of opportunity within the industry.
That's right.
Us as Black people as a whole, we don't have that opportunity to do it. Yeah, it's a lot of niggas driving trucks, but not from an industry standard.
Facts. Damn. That is a fact, brother. Damn, they loaded me light again. Yeah, man. Shoot, we gonna, boy. I think, boy, this show gonna be fire tonight. Y'all don't want to miss tonight's show. This is gonna be fire. This is gonna be fire. 89.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire, man. Shoot.
No doubt. Shouts out to Yanga too, man. I wanna Yanga said something at the end of that show yesterday that I want him to delve into in more detail, and I hope Inyame could jump on the panel as well, because yesterday Yanga flat out said that Darkseid, the ideology is bullshit. So I want him to I want him to go. Yeah, I want him to go into more detail on that. And I'm interested to hear, because like I said, when it comes to Darkseid, I understand the ideology. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but I understand it.
Well, so I'm saying don't prophetize it. I'm saying don't prophetize it. That's what they missing. Don't prophetize it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to hear like the comprehensive detail on why it's bullshit, and I want to hear Inyame's response on it, because I know Inyame comes from a more black nationalist standpoint when it comes to Darkseid. He don't necessarily come at the same angle as Blue and Lex do when it comes to it. So I'm interested to hear like his rebuttal on it, and the detail in which Yanga can present it.
Right. Yeah, I definitely want to hear that too, because like I said, Inyame doesn't prophetize, and it seemed like stimuli can't exist without being prophetized. I think that's what it is. It's like, and I challenge Blue and Lex, can the dark side exist without prophetizing? Because the arena sure can. Hell, we're doing it.
Right. Now I did hear Inyame say one time, and whenever I talk to him, he could correct me if I'm wrong. I did hear him say that you can't formulate a black nation without revolution. I did hear him say that. Now, in what facet of revolution is what I'm interested in? Because are we gonna be Mad Max?
Right.
Or are we gonna be, from a political sense, a socio-political sense, in a revolution? Because that I can get down with.
Right.
So part I don't know.
I wanted Yame to sit in on one of your presentations and actually not only sit in on it, but jump in on it and critique it real time. That's what I wanted Yame to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a dialogue in real time, and this is what, that's just what I want, man. And I want to hear, because Yame gets it. Blue and goddamn Lex, man, they some religious fanatics at the end of the day.
Right, but then again, like I said, Inyame is coming from a more of a nationalistic point of view.
Absolutely.
Like Inyame can respect the ideology when it comes to nationalism, when it comes to a Malcolm X or an Nkrumah, or it's a book. I ain't read it in a while. It's been a long time since I read it. It's called Nation Within a Nation.
Yes.
It talks about it goes into black nationalism, and it goes into detail about I forget the dude's name, but they had a convention in 1970 here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They had the Pan-African Nationalist convention.
Yeah.
And he goes into detail on how it's basically like part of the book, not all of the book. Part of the book is like it's got transcripts in there where they were debating, for a more sense of the word, nationalism within the country versus Pan-African, because they had Pan-Africans there as well.
Right.
And it goes into detail on how they were debating and talking about it. When I get home, because I got the book on PDF too. When I get home, I'm gonna go back and look at it, and if I can present it within Operation Exit South in some type of way, I'm gonna do it, because I think it's important. It's important to compare and contrast the two when we talk about Pan-Africanism within the sense of being a black nationalist. You know what I mean? And again, I understand black nationalism. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying that I identify with being a black nationalist, but I understand the concept of black nationalism when it comes to political power in this country.
Yeah.
No doubt. You know what I mean? Do I consider myself black nationalist? No, because I don't think I'm that extreme to try to equate all black Americans within a separate social standing in America. As a reparationist, I don't believe that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But I never take away the concept of black nationalism and take things and values from it. So that's my only difference from it. But when you try to equate back black nationalism with being outside of America, that's when I got to deal with you. You know what I mean?
Right, right, absolutely. Oh, me too. Me too. That's why when Yanga was on the show with Chris, and they had some people on there, and they was like, yeah, these black nationalists. So whoever these black nationalists are outside of me and Yanga, I would like to hear and critique what they're saying, because first of all, it's not a supremacy. Now you got black, man. It's just so wow. I'm just, I think they're mixing up black nationalism, Malcolm X's black nationalism, with King Noble's black supremacy. Because that's a lot of people are doing. Yeah, they're doing. Shout out to King Noble, man. They're mixing it up with.
Yeah, no doubt. I've met King Noble a couple of times because he used to live where I used to live at. He used to live around that area. And I ain't gonna throw shade on him. I never do that. But let me just say, like, some of the things that I saw King Noble doing with my interaction with him, that wasn't no off the grid. I would just leave it at that.
Okay. Shout out to King Noble. Yeah, man. Yeah, me and Yanga, we've had King Noble on the show on the arena.
Yeah. I seen that. Yeah.
I
seen that.
There. So and he's like a phantom. I gotta send a bad signal out. If I put the right bag signal out, he'll come on the arena, man. I just gotta make sure he gets the. It's just like the King.
I would love to have King Noble on here, but like you said, man, he definitely a wraith, bro. Like, I'm sub to his channel, but like nowadays he rarely posts anything. I don't know if he's in the same area where he was, but like I said, when I had my first son, I used to live on Callan Road.
Yeah.
And he used to be around that area. And I just put it out there. One day I was at the grocery store. If you know what South DeKalb Mall is,
I do.
I was at the Big Bear supermarket. Right there, that's in the same little plaza where South DeKalb Mall is. And I seen King Noble. I'm like, oh shit, it's King Noble. I'm like, but what is he doing in the damn grocery store? It was him and one of his chicks. They had a basket full of groceries. I'm like, so I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna go holler. I'm like, hey, King Noble, what's happening, brother? He tapped me up or whatever, and we was just rapping for a little minute. And I was like, hey, man, like I love to get in contact with you, wrap it up some more, try to get the concept. And he gave me his number, but like I said, I was in such a rush, I forgot what to do with it.
Right.
And yeah, man, it tripped me out all day. I was like, God damn, like he preached all this off the grid, living off white man. I'm like, but boy, like he had more groceries than I did. I was like, this shit. I was like, we in Big Bear. Ain't none of this shit in here organic. I was like, yo.
Hey, shout out Kofi, if you want to jump on, man, you can, brother. It's both me and MD, we driving, man. So the best thing you can do, man, on the truck shows, jump on the panel.
And the second time I saw King Noble was it was at shouts out to Nasi. I know Nasi guys listen. He off the grid too. Might as well be. I saw him at Nasi Yasuvale's spot out there in the West End.
Yes, sir.
And I guess they were I was over there at my granddad's house, but I guess they were having something, an event or something over there. And I chopped it up with him then too.
Yeah.
And but yeah, King Noble, he a cool dude. His concept, King Noble. Yeah. I can respect King Noble from a practical aspect more than I can respect Dark Side, because King Noble out there doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't do nothing but respect it.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. I told Blue if I wanted to break up Dark Side, I'll send a nuclear bomb called King Noble over there. He'll bust that shit up so good. He will bust that shit up. Only person to be left is Inyame and Blue.
Yeah.
The only person to be left is Inyame and Blue because King Noble don't play that light skin stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Akasha, shout out to Scheme, but he don't know. King Noble don't play that. Now he got light skinned people within Black Supremacy, but he's got their roles.
Yeah.
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 He's got their roles, man. So yeah, you would bust all that up, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would love to have King Noble on here, man. Man, I'm telling you, I would. Well, it'll be fascinating to say the least.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get him on. I gotta find him because I seen him in Lithonia, actually, of all places. I seen him in Lithonia, man. I was driving, and I was saying, yeah, and I humped, and he didn't, he looked up, but I don't think he knew it was me. I said, oh shit, I gotta get a hold of him. And he did a drive-by on this channel, so he knows where to come. So man, you know what? I just, I know how to get. I'm gonna put his name in the title one day. That'll be the bad signal. That'll get him here.
You get him up out the cave.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. King Noble, man. Black Supremacy.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. And gynocracy, this is just a critique of the dark side, man. Like I said, it's just a critique. It's just a critique. But I do want, I do want, Yanga did challenge him yesterday. So, hey, we'll see how that manifests. My only question is, can they survive without proselytizing? That's my only question. Because I know Inyame can survive because he's into the politics. He knows how to maneuver around real life. He knows how to step out of fantasy land. No knock to Dark Side, but Dark Side be talking about some fantasy land.
And again, damn, he dropped off. And again, so and I want, like I said yesterday, I would like to understand in more detail about the love doctrine, because how does that come into play with Mad Max? That's my only thing. Like, how can we have a total revolution, a total mental erasure of all cultural aspects of how we live now, and at the same time love, bringing in Kofi, and at the same time love all people? I want to know. I'm not knocking it. I just want to know the concept. Kofi, shouts out to you, bro.
What's going on, fellas?
All right,
what's up, sir?
Ain't nothing much. Seeing how y'all going in on King Noble and his grocery shopping.
Yeah, like I said, that was my first time. I always knew about. I used to look at King Noble video. I was like, yeah, this is a dope concept. And I'm in the grocery store one day, and I see him in the grocery store, slapped full of groceries.
But ain't no real living off the grid for folks nowadays.
I know that. that, and that's why I said it ain't no knock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just saw it ironic from a comical aspect.
Well, that just goes with back to white nationalists with white women. So you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, all of that black nationalists, all that kind of shit, man, that don't even exist no more because of the culture. And we done follow in behind this culture for so long, dude. We ain't black no more.
I see what you're saying, but culturally, we always gonna be considered black because the culture in itself is black. Everybody feed off of it, right? But the issue is, what do you mean? No, but explain.
Yeah, you just saw 5 black cops just beat the shit out of a nigga.
But that don't mean that they ain't culturally black. You could tell they were culturally black by listening to them after they did it.
But if you look at the psyche of all their minds, and first of all, I'll start out with this. If you ask every last one of them, what denomination of religion are they in? They all would say Christianity. So Christianity has really, and these religions has really left us out of touch with who we really are. Yeah, you could say black, but they don't think black.
So
What's the black?
yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. So was Christianity the reason that they beat his ass?
No, what I'm saying is we've been over here culturally influenced by the white man so long that culturally that's why they beat his ass, because they following behind the white man and his culture. You wouldn't have never saw that in Tanzania.
Oh, I disagree with that. Oh, they do that all the time in Tanzania.
All the time.
They do
Man,
all
come
the
on,
time
not
in Tanzania.
But
Yeah,
that's colonialism. I get it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what even with the rainbow bright stuff, that's not our culture, but we follow it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Kofi, hold on, you losing me, bro.
Yeah,
So
go
you're
ahead, Black
saying
Son. Go
that
ahead.
black people are this holy people. We do no wrong. We don't beat people. We don't have gay people. Is that what you're telling me?
no, I'm telling you that the reason why we have all of this is because we done follow white culture for so long.
So you're saying there was no homosexuality before white culture, or people killing black on black people before white people came into the mix?
If we go in the history of Africa, you don't see homosexuality.
Oh man.
You can
Wow.
go to Uganda talking about you a homo.
You didn't see it. I agree to some aspect. You didn't see it. That doesn't mean it's not there. See, what you have an issue with is the gatekeeping, the gatekeeping and the visualization of these concepts based on. See, this is the thing. Black people will forever be the gatekeepers of any civil movement in this country. Why? Because we were the standard bearers for civil movement in this country.
Mm.
Democrats know if they want to push any type of agenda that has anything to do with civility, quote unquote, civility, equal rights, equal protection in this country, they gonna always push it to black folks, because black folks are the ones who gatekeep civil liberty in this country. That's the issue. It's not the culture. It's not the following behind. It's the political structure in which we live in, that we don't have a mindset politically for our own benefit. We would just rather gatekeep what any other culture wants to put on us to give us some type of gratitude. That's the issue. How are you going to change that? Through policy. Policy is what's going to change the mindset of any people in any country in any world.
I agree with that.
And that's what I push.
Yeah, well, I know that's what you push. I'm just saying for the average everyday Joe Schmo, they don't have a black agenda. It's go along to get along, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just like last night.
You're right.
You got how many millions of black folks watching the Super Bowl, not knowing that all kind of policy is being pushed behind their back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we just, like I said, we culturally has followed them down the rabbit hole. And now we fighting, trying to come up with solutions and all this other kind of shit to try to save some aspect of our integrity. But I see it slipping away every day.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But my issue is you keep bringing culture into it. And I don't think our culture entails our mentality when we look at ourselves or look at other people. We had to, like I said, we are a GMO ethnic group. We had to build our own culture through the means in which we could do it. You can't never take that away from black folk. It don't matter what you say, no matter what you do. See, that goes back to the Mad Max. In order for you to take away this mindset that we have, only two things can happen. Either you do the Mad Max role, or you change the policy in order to change the aspect of our reality in this country. Right. When you change the policy, that's not going to happen in me in your lifetime. It just ain't. I can't do nothing about that. Right. But at least I see the hope on my deathbed of my progeny being able to live a substantial life in terms of equity and moral stability here in this country, based off of the things that they need in order to thrive in this country. Once you thrive in the country, no longer are you looking toward trying to follow somebody else because you got your own state.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how could you have hope when you know for sure that you're in a war with an enemy who is not here to bring you any hope and will do anything in their power to make sure that hope is obliterated? See, this,
I don't look at it as a war, brother. That's just me.
it's a war, brother. It's
All
been a
right, Black
war
Son,
for the past 465 years.
I don't
do you
agree.
look at it as a war?
Oh,
No, I
it's a
don't.
war in my
Coming
eyes.
from the military, I don't know.
Oh, it's a war. It's a psychological war. Sometimes a physical war. Just because they not hanging us and doing all the kind of shit they used to, don't mean it ain't no war no more.
I'm gonna show you how I don't look at it as a war. That same mental tyranny and that same mental programming that you put on us as a people, you could put that same mental programming on a bunch of white folks living up in the sticks somewhere. They're mentally stupid. They're politically dumb. They don't have an aspect of a political reality in their own facet. So
Well,
what do they look at it as?
well
Oh,
they
these niggas are taking control. The LGBTQ plus is taking control. That's because they don't have a political reality of their own. So you looking at it from their lens when they ain't got nothing to do with the political reality in this country.
well to me they're not dumb because politically the first political aspect of nature is self-preservation, and if you don't save your race and preserve your race, then you know you won't be shit here in this world. So we don't do that, they do it. They're not dumb
How are they doing it? How are they doing it? And they the
because
ones that's
what they do
fighting.
is they practice white power. Even if even the white boys up in the sticks practice white power, they
So
practice.
are they winning right now? Because
Yes, they are.
last I checked, gays is getting married every day. Black folks are thriving individually in this country every day. So are
Well,
they winning?
you talking about politically? Yes, they are winning. The people who represent their skin color is winning
Kofi,
politically,
Kofi,
huh?
have you ever hung out with the KKK?
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Okay, I've actually hung out with the KKK, and they have the same complaints you be having, bro. They sound just like the black community.
Yeah.
Trust me, brother. So how are they winning? They got the same exact complaints.
Well, well, well. Any one of them could choose to put on the suit, shave, and go
So can you?
downtown with some slight education, and they could go further than what they are right now. We don't have
And
that
so can
choice.
you. And so no.
No,
So can you. So can you.
no, because they'll put him before me. Trust me, I've been had a dump truck business for the last 15 years. You know how hard it is for me to get loans, and I have an 800 credit score.
Bro, so again, so what we're talking about here is social equity, right?
Right.
Us as black Americans have never had any social equity in this country. The
Facts.
fight, the fight is to gain that social equity. It's too late for me and you, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you.
It's not though, because if you said right now, and I'm going with your ideology, with the reparations. If we said right now, but listen, we selling our vote to whoever want to buy it, but we want that 5 million for that vote. We could do it right now. It's just black folks ain't. They're not going to do it.
I get that, but what I'm telling you is, when you're dealing with social equity, that wealth that's gonna come through reparations, just using reparations as an example, that equity through reparations is not going to benefit me because it takes generation
Yeah.
in order to build that equity. You
Well,
can't
I
just
get what.
build equity overnight.
Well, I get what you're saying, but
So in that sense, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I get
That's
what
why
you're
you
saying.
got people saying. That's why you got people like Trevor saying, once we get the money, we're gonna go buy um 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 Bugattis
Cadillacs. Yeah,
and Dior,
Cadillacs.
yeah, Cadillacs and Jordan ones. You know, that's why
But
you got people like that.
let them do it because if you don't choose to do the right thing with your money, that's on you. That's why I
Oh, I
I
said,
agree with
agree.
that.
I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
I agree with that.
I
yeah,
so hardly agree.
yeah. So that's why I say we not a monolith in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is going like this. fight the power and all that kind of shit, man, that shit is going. Like what we need to be doing is really coming together and making a move to aggressively push our shit. And this is where I say where the vote come in. If we did, if the Democratic Party lost the black vote, they would be done.
That's
They
right.
know this. We really
You're right.
got them in the corner. But as black folks, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say real quick. You're right in a certain aspect, but the problem is we're running out of time. The clock is ticking.
That's why I say
Because right now,
you hear this music behind you, this music
Yeah.
that's playing, nigga.
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
to do it now.
You're right. Well,
And that music give me the inspiration to say, do it now.
right. We got to do something now politically, no doubt.
Yeah,
That's what I push. We got to do something politically. But what I'm telling you is that political push is going to last for generations. It's not an overnight thing. You can only change the mentality of people through the social standing in which they live in.
well, if you look,
My social standing was set in stone when I was born.
if you look throughout history, bro, it's always been a certain group that had to sacrifice for the betterment of the other groups
You're right.
down the line, and we the ones we just got to sacrifice. We the one. I know
Now,
we
when
don't
you
want.
say sacrifice what?
We
What?
sacrifice.
I'm talking about us.
Yeah, I'm not saying go. I'm not saying go die. What I'm saying, stand up, promote your vote as we want this here. This is what we got to do. If it help us or hurt us, we still have to do it.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
So, what are we sacrificing, though, Kofi?
Shit, we could be sacrificing a lot because if we held our vote, it could go any kind of way, and we'd be in a worse position that we was in before we held it. But so what? Let's try it.
So, what are we sacrificing? Football, Super Bowl? What's specific?
No. He's saying he's saying sacrifice the political power now in order to make a statement. I get that. I used to think like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I used to think like that when I first started. When I
give up your baseball and your apple pie, Blackson, you can have it. Yeah. I'm not
no
saying
doubt.
that, buddy.
So here's the thing. So I used to when I first got into these reparations discussions, I used to think like that. I used to think, wouldn't it just be a better solution or a better I guess you would say an interpretation of power if we just simply didn't vote. I'm
not saying simply don't vote. What I'm saying is use your vote as leverage. You know what I'm saying?
That's the ultimate reason of vote.
Yeah. And
your vote is your currency.
We don't get that though.
You're right. I agree with that.
Yeah, we sheep. We just go to the polls, and it is what it is. I'm a Democrat, just like I'm a Christian. Same thing.
I agree with that. We are the gatekeepers for quote unquote, like I said, civil liberty.
Yeah, you absolutely.
Whenever it's a civil agenda, they know to come to the black folks because they know we gonna gatekeep it. Because we equate any civil liberty. I don't give a damn what it is, whether it be gay rights, the right for your son to come use the bathroom with my daughter. If it's a civil liberty, we gonna equate it. We gonna fight for it.
Man, that's right. Because I was in the Kroger the other day, and they had a display with the fingernail polish and the eyeliner and all that stuff sitting there, and on the display was a black man.
I saw that. I saw that. Matter of fact, they had that on. I saw a YouTube video with that on there.
So what is the psychology of a 6-year-old, 7-year-old black boy walking past that display a few times? What's going into his subconscious? That's okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Like I'm saying, as black men, shit. I mean, damn, when we gonna stand for something? They putting our faces, heterosexual faces, on gay shit.
So again, the thing is, we have to. If we need any type of mental erasure of anything, it's the idea that we feel obligated to gatekeep any civil liberty in this country. Americans in total don't have that responsibility.
Yeah.
That we were never supposed to have that responsibility.
Yeah.
All we were supposed to be doing is fighting for our equality in this country.
Well,
so what we have to start doing at some point in time, a black agenda has to be written in stone for all black Americans to see, right?
Well, this
from that point,
you that I hate to say it, but like 80% of these Negroes running around here has turned into white people.
But you keep equating it to white folks, and I don't equate it that way.
How do you equate it?
I equate it to, again, being gatekeepers for a certain social standing.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
I'm not going to equate it to white people because we fighting for rights of certain white people.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I can't. So it'll be hard pressed for me to equate it to put it all on white folks. I know white folks are the majority in this country. I know the majority of white folks here probably don't like us as a people. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is I can't equate a social standing of my people after the Civil War, after Reconstruction, after civil rights, after Black Code. All this done happened, and I'm still going to equate my political plight to a white person when I know from a legal standpoint I have the right to change that, and can't no white man do nothing about it.
Yeah.
The Constitution amends me that. But I don't give a damn if you don't like me or not.
But your people don't read, so
you again, you're right.
They will never know.
I can't disagree with that.
You know,
but that's what I'm trying to fight for, political literacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can do at this point. But what I'm telling you, even if we get to the finish line in my lifetime, it's going for me. It's going to be all for naught because it's not going to affect me on a wide scale. Yeah, well, I may have some money in my pocket, but again, you just said we have a certain mentality that we can't break away from. We're not going to be able to break away from it in this generation.
Yeah,
it's going to take a couple of generations for these children to be born with that equity. Me and you wasn't born with that equity. Our fates were sealed when we got on this earth. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
But if I could fight for that right now, the children 1 or 2 generations down the line, those are going to be the ones that get born with the quote unquote. And I ain't saying it from a wealth aspect. I'm just saying from a social standing aspect, a silver spoon in their mouth, where they born knowing that I have the opportunity to do whatever I need to do in this country to be successful.
Well, can't
nobody tell me shit about it.
Let me ask you a question. Would you die for that right for your children?
Yeah, I'll die for that right.
Okay.
If I knew outright we had like a Strom Thurmond or a Bull Connor like right now in 2023 that was denying me that right, I'm gonna get my ass out there and do just like what my ancestors did.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
But we know we're not living in that time right now. Now it's more covert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and the covert is worse. I'd rather for you to diss me in my face than behind my back, because I don't know.
Well, I agree with that part, but here's where it necessarily is not, because when it was overt, we had to overtly fight for them rights. We have those rights now. So the covertness is, how can I trick? How can I mend? How can I obscure the realities of the legal fact that these people have every single right and advantage, for even from past years, that I have as being a white person in this country, even to the point where they don't even know, based off of the Federal Bureau Act 1 and Act 2, that they're supposed to get paid at this point.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be a protected people. We're no different from the American Indian right now, from a legal aspect. And we're not getting none of the amenities that the American Indian getting right now.
I can tell you this: they can give you all the amenities, say we was wrong, all that, and still put Save-A-Lot stores in the hood where the food is bad, is full of fucking bad shit, and know what they doing and smile right in your face.
So I got you, no problem. If you had the wealth not to worry about working as many hours as you did, not being able to come home and cook a meal for your child, if you were not have the willingness to be in a social situation where you got to worry about, hell, if I'm gonna even get robbed from another nigga or scammed from another nigga, if we was broke out of that mindset based off of every black person that's in my community that's doing that now has the wealth and the social standing, well, they ain't got to worry about that shit no more. Why would I go to the Save-A-Lot when I know I got the equity where I can take my ass to the Whole Foods? Matter of fact, I can build a Whole Foods.
Build a Whole Foods. That's what I'm saying. But you know, like you said, niggas gonna go buy Bugattis.
Well, yeah, we will. But I'm talking about the next generation that don't have to worry about none of the harms that we had to worry about.
Well, we got to get it there. That's why I'm saying
that I agree.
Sacrifice. That's what
I agree. Sacrifice. No doubt. I agree.
A grassroots sacrifice.
I agree. 100%. Me and you talking the same language.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I don't disagree with nothing you saying.
Yeah,
the only part I disagree with is the culture.
Last time I'll talk to you though.
Yeah, we ain't disagreeing about nothing.
Yeah.
But all of this is gonna come from political action. All of it's gonna come from political action. It ain't no Mad Max and our way out of this.
Yeah. I want to do black folks know they didn't the agenda they didn't push and they got it signed in the law. They got sanctuary cities where your child without parents' permission to go to these sanctuary cities and start trans medication and surgeries for free.
Right. Yep, you're right. The same with the Abortion Act now. Where you know you may not be able to get abortion here, but you could go to the next state over.
But a 12-year-old kid,
with a child, exactly,
be announced to his parents, could leave. They will get him a bus ticket.
Yeah,
can leave, go to that sanctuary city, and start trans medication.
Right, you're right, no doubt. I don't disagree with none of that. But what that's doing.
This is a democratic agenda.
Go ahead.
This is a democratic agenda.
You're absolutely right. But what are they? But what's the reason behind them doing all of this? They vote again. I always say it.
Like you said,
government is the game.
Yeah.
Right. Government is the game. Politics how it plays.
Yeah.
How can I create a group? How can I create a voting block?
Right.
We living in a new day and time where black folks, just keeping it real politically, about to be obsolete.
We already obsolete.
They looking for new voting blocks.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give you what you want in order for you to vote for me. And on top of that, I got a group of people over here that'll fight for it.
Why you think they're flooding that border?
You're right. My old avatar used to be hello ICE. But I'm gonna call him on your ass if I see. That's straight up, because I know that those people equal my political downfall at the end of the day.
Nah, I know y'all truck drivers, right?
Right.
And I know y'all go to these McDonald's sometimes, and maybe you don't. I don't know. I ain't judging. But what I'm saying is, every time I go in one, ain't no niggas or white folks in there.
Right.
None but Mexicans.
It's all Mexican. And that goes back to social standing. Again, we know what fast food jobs, a lot of your low-level service jobs, we know who's supposed to be working them jobs. It's supposed to be our youth working them jobs.
Yeah.
And not just our youth. Hell, everybody
youth.
That's why I don't get when people try to bring in capitalism and don't understand that you got certain social standing in capitalism that's supposed to benefit each individual person. Don't no damn grown-ass man or grown-ass woman supposed to be working at McDonald's. Period.
Well, what they doing is they trying to keep us as the lower class. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, they don't care if they got to bring in Mexicans. We gonna always be the lower class. They have to benefit off us.
But you're right. But here's the thing, though. Here's the conundrum that you don't realize. One of the main talking points for bringing in a lot of these immigrants is that they not working the jobs that they working a job that we don't want to work.
That's bullshit.
My position, I say bullshit to it, but my position is we got the political wherewithal and we have the right from an economic standpoint to not should have to work them goddamn jobs.
But if you give a nigga 20 acres, farm equipment and all of that, you think a nigga wouldn't work a farm?
Of course he
You
would.
think
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would-
yeah.
You think he wouldn't pick fruit and pick whatever?
But
Yes,
yeah,
they
but
would.
that's him creating industry.
Well, what
Where
I'm-
he's not
what
not creating industry at is going to the private industry farm and go pick oranges for
Right.
$5 an hour.
Yeah.
Ain't no nigga doing that.
But you know what? We've been over here so long, we don't have to do that.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah.
And that's what Trevor don't understand.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point. Your family might have to come over here and do that, not mine.
We built it
You damn right. Preach on, Kofi. Reparations, goddammit.
right now. Right now. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you won't get a vote for me. Shit, if I don't see no $5 million on the table before 2024, shit, I'm going to hold mine.
Man, you speaking my language. I will, man. Hey, I don't know what else to say, Kofi. I think you need to come on over here and get down with the program because everything you just said, I totally agree with.
Yeah.
I was weary at first, but now, hell, I'm on your side.
But let me ask this: what would niggas do for $5 million? Like just the average nigga. Like name some of the things niggas
Try to find some way to flip that. Well,
You know what I'm
part
saying?
of it, they'll try to find some way to flip it. I
No, what
already
I'm
know
saying-
that. Hell, that's what I would do.
That's getting it. What I'm saying, if I offered a nigga $5 million right now, it's a lot of things I could get away with on that nigga, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he gonna take it. So why not use it in an intelligent way and hold your vote? That's all niggas asking.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But-
nigga, you probably would go and lay on the casting couch for $5 million, nigga. You know you would.
Yeah, I got you. But here's the thing. So with that whole $5 million thing, I agree with it, but then again, I don't. The reason why
Wow.
is because that's coming from a local level. Do
Yeah.
you know how that's gonna make other folks in California? Let's say San Francisco say, you know what? All San Francisco residents that got black lineage, we're gonna give y'all $5 million. Y'all gonna have y'all think the damn crime bad now. We talking about crab in the barrel mentality, right? You gonna have niggas coming from Oakland. You gonna have niggas coming from Vallejo. You gonna have niggas coming all the way down from South Central, coming to see about them niggas with $5 million
Well, this is what I'm
in
saying.
San Francisco.
They set a precedent, right? And so
Right.
now, what we do as a collective is we say, "Fuck that." San Francisco ain't just the only ones gonna get that shit out. We all
Right.
holding our votes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from a nigga standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Because I know what that would implicate. The
On a
same thing with
collective- on a
yeah,
collective,
right.
you ain't even got to think about a nigga's standpoint because everybody would get it.
You're right, and that's why we gotta look forward toward a more federalized agenda.
That's
I'm not gonna knock anybody doing state reparations. I never knock that, but it has to be a goal in mind with federal active atonement. Like that's the end game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Sleepy Joe, you want our vote? Give us the dough.
You're right. You're right.
I don't
You're
know how
right.
you got
No
a
doubt.
goddamn 1,000-year-old representing us anyway.
Yeah, goddamn Nosferatu. You right. But at the same time, like I said, like people ask, well, how can you vote for Trump? Well, last I checked, Joe Biden wanna allow 30,000 immigrants coming over that goddamn border a month.
Just about to say that. That was
So where does that leave me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they going into McDonald's and Burger King in my hood
Yeah,
working these jobs.
taking the teenagers' jobs.
Right.
Yep.
No wonder why they
And
around.
coming across the border and getting amenities on top of that.
Y'all remember the summer program? Summer
Yeah.
work program?
Yeah, where's that at?
Where is that at?
So,
Y'all remember when we had wood shop, metal shop?
Yep.
Over. They know what they was doing. That's why they in the street killing each other now. Nigga,
You know what I'm saying? When
automotive, wood shop, all of that shit, niggas was getting it done.
Yeah, no doubt. When I was in high school, they had the summer work program, and it gave you a credit for the next year of high school.
Yeah.
And I was working at Pizza Hut at the time. Man, I was getting $257 a week.
Yep.
And man, I thought I was balling.
Yep. I was at Arby's. I worked at Arby's.
I thought I was balling. I had all the fresh gear.
A month.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a month.
Man, all of that. And that's how you're supposed to look as a youth when it comes to money.
Yeah.
But you want to give 20. The shit that I was doing at Pizza Hut, they got 5 Mexicans doing that same job that I was doing in the one job.
Yep.
So bro, so you add more volume into the workplace, devaluing state revenue as a whole. See, that's the thing people are not looking at. They talking about these people working, but when you got more volume of that same position, taking away benefit.
Right.
Whereas when I was working, I was making like $725. You can have 5 of the Mexicans working at a rate of $625.
Mm-hmm.
What logical person gonna take a job? I can't do shit with that.
No.
So you telling me I got to have a mindset of the Mexican?
Yes.
And be 20 in an apartment, one room apartment, and have to work that way? Hell no.
Oh, let me tell you what they doing. Like my son's mother just had to move because they upped their rent to $1,800. Now, what they doing is they remodeling the whole apartment complex for the immigrants that's coming in.
You're right, no doubt. That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they
doing. And that management company or that apartment complex is gonna get paid because they gonna get them federal funds for them damn mess.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That Biden approved. Yeah.
And that's what
then you want to equate that to a single mother getting Section 8 that she had to wait damn near 10 years just to get.
Yeah,
ain't no equation.
We sitting around talking about touchdown, and they saying touchdown. Yep.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, you speaking my language, Kofi. Like I said, everything you saying, I 100% agree with. That's why it's. Go ahead.
Do y'all know a judge just released the what's his name? The dude that had the island, the pedophile dude.
Epstein. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
They just releasing them transcripts.
They should have been did that.
Yeah, but we're all
they redacted it first. They redacted that shit first.
But we're all these.
I bet you they did.
We're all these.
But I bet you a lot of them names that's supposed to be on there. I bet you they ain't gonna be on there.
Exactly. Yeah, they redacted it. Yeah.
Yeah, where all these balloons coming from? All this distraction shit.
Oh, Blackson, that's what I want. We got to do a show on that, man.
Let's do it.
We got to do a show on that. Whenever a good time for you, we got to talk about that shit, man.
Shit, you name it. Shit, you name it, brother. How about Tuesday? Shit, you ain't said nothing.
And it's getting worse, nigga, because they finding them every day now. They just
it ain't no telling how many of them they got up in the air. It's no telling at this point.
Yeah, they just found one last night in Miami.
That's wild. I know they shot that one down yesterday. I think it was around Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Up there by Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. But they come one after the other, bro. And now
we got to do a show on that, Black.
They're not even saying they balloons. They just saying UFO.
Yeah, now they saying unidentified. That's the crazy. That's what I actually want to talk about.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm looking more into it tonight because they just getting out of hand. Like I don't know exactly what their end game is with it. But they flat out they ain't even saying balloon no more. You're right. They're saying UFO.
Yep. But
like, what the hell?
America is when we get broke, it ain't no money in the purse. what we do. We go invade some shit. It's time now, nigga. We going to war regardless.
Yeah, you might be right
Whoa,
on
whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 Kofi. Hold on. War with who? China?
Yes.
China?
Yes.
And Russia?
Yes.
And Iran? Oh,
Yes.
shit, bro. Oh, shit. Okay.
Listen, if Ukraine lose, guess what? That's
they lost.
Listen, but hold on, Blackson. I know what you're saying, because me and you agree. But if it's established that they lost, NATO gonna have a black eye like a motherfucker. And so NATO can't afford to have that reputation of losing. So they
Kofi. NATO's gonna unravel in our lifetime.
I get what you're saying. Like I said, me and you agree. But in their thought process is it's not going to unravel. We'd rather go into Russia and China to show these motherfuckers.
That's a death sentence, man. Taking on Russia and China. That's a straight death sentence, bro.
Well, wouldn't that help their population agenda?
Bro, first of all, we don't have enough fuel to fuel them tanks and jets. Russia does.
Well, I think they know Russia.
Don't have the maintenance.
They're gonna bring it over to our soil. You watch this one. We already surrounded by Russia. Go look at where them ships at. They have managed.
I agree with that point. But at the same time, I don't see how you could implement yourself in trying to have a conflict with China and Russia at the same time.
Because they're gonna fight.
I think they're gonna try to isolate them.
They're gonna fight them on two different fronts.
But China and Russia, two of the biggest manumission armies in the world. Like we gonna be so spread thin.
Guess who was the main proprietor of going to war with both of them? King Charles.
Go ahead.
King Charles.
Oh.
And if anybody know anything about King Charles, nigga, King Charles run America. He run Europe.
Well, let me say this, Kofi. If Trump get in office, ain't gonna be no war. I guarantee that, brother.
I would agree with that.
If Trump get in office, Trump is already talking about give the Donbass to Russia. Give it to him. Give it to him and cut off funding. That'll end that goddamn Ukraine conflict.
But if Trump ain't careful, the deep state gonna off his motherfucking ass. Because they got an agenda, bro. If he ain't careful, they gonna off him. What president you ever know had a raid on his house?
Right. Yep. Good point. Yep. I can't debate that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Trump, he's the ultimate capitalist. Even to the point where he's willing to defy the whole Ukraine and Russia situation in order to create private industry for the U.S. itself when it comes to oil.
Which we should have
been.
We should have been doing that, man.
I agree with that too.
You know what I always say? If America would have just left it to white folks and black folks, we wouldn't have no crime, no nothing. Because at the end of the day, we all would be better off. Nobody come across the border, no nothing, just us. You know how strong this country would be?
I in a sense, I agree with that too. Because I believe had it would have been, let's just take Jim Crow for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the whole separate but equal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we understood, and I'm not even talking from a segregation standpoint. Even put integration in there with it if you want to. We understood as black folks and white folks where we stood economically, despite if we hated each other or not.
Right.
That was the whole point of Jim Crow. When Jim Crow was, you want to have this discrimination on us from a social standpoint, but you want us to be equal from an economic standpoint? Hell no, we gonna stop getting on your goddamn bus and then see what happens.
Yeah.
And it broke them. It broke them to the very foundation where policy changed.
Facts.
So I don't disagree with that one bit. Now, what happened was when you start including all these other groups, then you start seeing the fray when it comes to social standing with everybody. Because then you don't have a people being put down on a social level when it was just black and white folks. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because we were all working the same goddamn job. We were all doing the same chores when it comes to equating our economics with what we had to do in everyday life.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing changed.
I work in construction. It was black before it was white.
Yeah.
Before they started saying you needed a certificate here and a certificate for this and a certificate for that, nigga, it was niggas running all of that heavy equipment.
You're right. And they was getting paid the ways that equated what they was doing.
Yeah.
You know that because all our grandparents had houses, had cars, was able to put our parents for the most part if they chose to go through college.
Yeah, yep.
They were doing all that shit back then.
But they figured, once we get something, we'll run with it. And that's one thing I can respect about black folks. Like, we got some of the most intelligent minds out here. And white people are stupid. If y'all would have worked with us, America would be strong right now. Over the last 100 years, it would be strong right now. If you gave business opportunities and schooling, good schooling to everybody, nigga, America would be strong right now. But that ain't what they wanted. They need a lower class for that capitalism shit. And capitalism affects your life in every facet.
Yeah, but see, I hear that part, and I agree with it for the most part. But we were playing the capitalism game during that time, and everybody was thriving. So to blame it on capitalism, I think is wrong. I think
I don't think we wasn't so much playing the because we didn't have a lower class up under us. Everybody helped each other. Actually, it was
the lower class were the students. The lower class were the kids. As it should be.
Facts.
Right. I mean,
you
put it like that, yeah. But so capitalism has a lower class that they step on. We didn't step on the kids.
No, we didn't. But you couldn't equate it to being a lower class because it was a social standing that the kids had. Look, when back in Martin Luther King's day, when they were in school, going to college and whatnot, they were working at the local diners and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's how it was meant to be.
Nigga, we wouldn't be nowhere without teenagers. Cause Martin Luther King, them, Malcolm X, them, all of them, nigga, they was 20 or under.
You're right.
That's right. Yeah.
So we wouldn't be nowhere without the kids.
You're exactly right. But that's what I'm saying. So now that the dynamics have changed, now we look at it as being a permanent underclass, when in actuality, the social foundation wasn't built like that when it comes to capitalism. Not in this country, it wasn't. And that's the perfect example. Even when we were discriminated against from a social level, we were still able to benefit from a capitalist level.
I mean,
that's the argument that you would have to make when dealing with a permanent underclass. We were made a permanent underclass based off the fact that we start letting other groups in.
Right. And that's what take me back to saying if we could have just left our borders closed, what would we be as a country right now? If our borders was closed for the last 100 years, like China did.
You're right. Because again, the basis of this country is built on white folks and black folks. That's it.
That's it.
The basis of this country.
That's it. But
even to the point where they had to get the Indians up out of here.
Yep. It's just unfortunate we was the economic part of it.
Yeah, you're right. We was a commodity. Yeah. But even still, the way the Constitution is written, when we were afforded those rights in those amendments, at that point, all that shit changed.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm not denying that slavery aspect. And in fact, I'm putting the slavery aspect under a microscope and telling you the realization of I have a more deeper, intimate relationship with the Constitution than anybody else.
Hey, could I
That's a fact.
equate? Let me ask you a question.
Facts.
Could I equate an amendment with somebody giving me their word and then coming back and kind of like slightly changing it?
No, because the Constitution is under the thumb of law. That was the
Okay.
whole
That's right.
point again of the civil rights movement.
Mm,
Like all that shit was unconstitutional.
right.
And if it was up to the racist white folks, they would have fought it tooth and nail in order to make it so.
Mm-hmm.
But they knew they didn't have a legal standing to do it. So from that aspect, that's why I revere people like Martin Luther King and Ralph David Abernathy, because they saw that vision. Now the continuation, Martin Luther King saw it because he knew that just wasn't the finish line. We didn't cross no finish line yet. He was just
Hell,
getting started.
we just getting started, nigga. We ain't even got made it out the gate. Then they
He was just getting started. That's why they had to take out King, because
Yeah.
he knew the next step was to get social equity,
Yeah.
social equality. That's coming out the track.
Have you read?
Social equity was running the actual rate.
Have you read about the 200,000 credit that they giving each Ukrainian for coming
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Bruh, what is that? Like, what is that?
That's
Like-
that's Biden's policy. That's what
Yeah,
that
that's,
is.
yeah, that's Biden policy. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You could not argue that damn Democratic shit to me for nothing in the world.
but real talk, that's not even just a Democratic thing.
Well,
That's
well,
a bipartisan thing. To keep it real,
You know what? I believe both parties work together.
yeah, that's a bipartisan. The Ukraine situation is bipartisan. Now, where you got the split is with the MAGA and the traditional GOP.
mhm.
A lot of MAGA folks ain't riding with this Ukraine thing.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So that's where I can ride with MAGA. Like I ain't saying I'm a MAGA guy all the way, but when it comes to that, yeah, I'm MAGA, because they understand like, oh, like not even from a. They're like, bro, we could be doing so much more with this money.
Mm-hmm.
So the hell with the GDP at this point.
Like
That's irrelevant.
when I'm on TikTok, I go over to some militia groups pages when they live, and bro, they say the same shit. They don't agree with the Ukraine shit. You know, economically and socially, they being stepped on. Like the heterosexual white male is like a minority now.
Yeah, and they see it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of white nationalist groups push that.
Mm-hmm. And
And from a certain aspect, I kind of agree with them.
I do
From
too.
a certain aspect.
I do too. And then it would surprise me how many black folks I really see over there. Like I'm really just going over there bullshitting, trolling, and nigga, I end up having to go back because a lot of the talking points they got, I agree with.
Yeah. See, but a lot of them black folks that be in them forums, they agree with it to a certain extent, but they don't know how to equate it to their own struggle. That's where
Right.
that's where the coon mentality come into play.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a lot of black folks I know that's in like militias and certain gun club. That's cool. I ain't saying ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell, you an American just like they white ass is.
Listen, I talked to this one brother that be over there, and his daughter is like number 2 in the state for shooting, like 9mm and lower. Like number 2, nigga. Quick on the draw, aim well. Like she's number 2 in her state. Out of grown-ups. And, you know, I just say at some point, bro, we gotta get on track. You know, all of this, what do you call it, distraction shit, like, motherfucker, we really should be grooming our kids. If you want to be a politician, you should grow up being a politician. Like Lex said, LeBron James, if you look at him, when he was a kid, he always had a basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like you start your kid early reading the Constitution, studying the Constitution.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with that. Yeah, bro, like ain't no like last night I got a kick out of I forget the chick's name. She went out there and sung "Lift Every Voice and Sing" at that was the first time it happened at the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's cool, but that's not showing my political reality. See, we got to get out of the mindset of, again, it's a gatekeeper mentality that us as black folks have.
Yeah,
we sidestep the political aspect and just worry about the emotional sentiment. We got to get out.
Yeah, I heard some black chick yesterday say the national anthem is ours. It's white people's and black people's, and that's our national anthem. I said, chick, you must not have heard the second part of that.
Yeah. Hey, but Blackson, hey, I'm about to get ready to get unloaded, man. Hey, I'm gonna catch you tonight, man. Champions Corner, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna off too. I'm about to cook me some breakfast.
All right, y'all. All right, I gotta go eat.
Hey, peace out to you, Kofi, man. That was a good discussion, bro.
Yeah. You shout out to y'all too. Yeah,
no doubt.
We'll link back up again.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, peace, y'all.
All right, peace. What you say, Blackson?
No, I was just saying. I was just telling Kofi, man, don't be a stranger. Keep coming back, man. Shit.
Yeah. Come on over here, man. I know your dark side, man, but at the same time, man, hey, when we can have discussions like that, hell, we black folk at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Oh, Kofi's dark side?
Yeah, Kofi dark side, man.
Oh, Kofi need to bring his ass over here.
Yeah, I think Kofi a mod in Lex channel. Lex and Blue, I think.
Man,
yeah, Kofi dark side.
Kofi. Come over here when you want the grown folks conversation. Come on over here when you want the grown folks conversation. You in Yami, man. Stop playing with the kids,
no doubt.
Man. You mean you can play with the kids, but when you want grown folks conversation, come on over to the arena, baby. All right, man. Oh, god damn. I did not know that, man. God damn. That's what's up. Shout out to Kofi. Shout out to Inyame, man. Man, shout out to you, MD, man. Hey, Trevor, get ready for the night.
No doubt.
Ass whooping. Get ready for your ass whooping tonight. Shout out to Trevor. Oh, man. Shout out to Gynocracy. Shout out to Juju. Juju promised us a feat show. All right. Shout out to Deacon, Twin. Shout out to who else is in here? Shout out. Shout out to Kofi again. Shout out to Juju. All right, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. And yeah, man. Check us out tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, I said 8 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Check us out at 6 o'clock because we're going to actually have an immigration discussion. It's going to be MD and Trevor, man. Y'all don't want to miss that. It's going to be fire. You might be able to get a couple of, y'all bring y'all notepads, Gynocracy, because we might be able to get some debate topics out of that discussion tonight. I'm predicting I'm gonna write down at least four or five debate discussions. I'm predicting that. So Gynocracy, bring your pad and pen. I hope I cleared up everything for the family of the arena when it comes to freedoms. You know what I'm saying? How the origin of how Gynocracy came here. I said, Gynocracy, you do it. And she came and she's doing it. And I love it. Because Gynocracy is expressing she's expressing her freedoms. You know what I'm saying? I can't express your freedoms, Gynocracy. Only you can do that. That's why you're here. Juju, if you want to explain your freedoms, you're more than welcome. Angel Food, same with you. Ask anybody, man. Kofi, anybody. Yame, man, anybody can come over here. Lex, you can come over here too, man. But we just calling you on your bullshit. Okay. All right, so, hey, with that being said, y'all, we up to 2 hours, almost 3 hours, man. I've never did 3 hours in a truck. No, I take that back. Yes, I have. So, hey, y'all, see y'all tonight at 6. We out, y'all. Peace.